When I get this link shared out, we are live. Let me just okay. All right. Do that. It's all out. Refresh the chat room. Hello and welcome to Game Complainers, episode 475. I'm your host, Barry.
Host Anthony.
And Frank.
We're 15 away from episode 500.
Holy moly.
And we're almost close to our 10-year anniversary.
Oh,
Let's see what. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 will fall on May 3rd. So we'll see.
Messiah YT, your buddy Anthony, he's in the chat. What's going on?
What's
Thanks
up, man?
What's up?
We are here.
How's it going?
So we got some. Let's wait a minute for everyone to file in, but we got big news tonight. We got a lot of big news.
Yeah,
Good,
I
bad,
did not
and
expect
different.
it.
The Last of Us TV show, which is completely different from the game, but everyone's like, it's so close to the game. I'm like, no, it isn't. I like how they twisted that around, Anthony.
Yeah, I like how it's okay when other things do it.
But... Oh, 343 is happening, Richard. Yeah, what were you saying? It?
Oh no, we'll talk about it when we get there.
I like how everyone's like, "Oh, should games be exactly how their counterpart is, like Last of Us?" I'm like, dude, there's like 2 things that they changed that are big deals.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, and people just don't talk about it. Like that's what I don't understand. But
Bubble Ghost Fred's here.
Fred,
what's up, man?
So, it seems like
oh my God.
It seems like 343's dead. Rest in peace, Halo Infinite.
Yep.
Jason Statham has moved to Xbox Publishing. 343 laid off over 60 workers. Microsoft laid off over 10,000 workers. And that's pretty much it, man. They're wrapping up 343. Oh, and Season 3 apparently will be the final content. I don't know of the year or of all time. I don't know. Liquor Sandwiches, do not delete! Good, give Halo to Bethesda. I agree.
Yeah. It needs to be totally rebooted and started over.
How well do you think the Last of Us 2 adaptation would go? Oh, but HBO people would love that. Look, Neil Druckmann's dream was to always like make an HBO movie or a TV show. And he got that. So that's pretty much it. For Paleofan, what a complete disaster. Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, I mean, HBO, it's right up HBO's alley. I think everyone that liked the show were people that don't play the games. They're like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's like, we've known this for 10 years. Like, welcome. And everyone's like, oh, it's so close to the game. It's like, no, they changed 2 big plots and no one even, like, gets it because they didn't play the game. Like, all these, like, TV reviewers, they don't...
Even people that played the game are just blindly defending that certain points. So that's what I don't understand.
It's a Sony property, and ooh, we gotta kiss Sony's butt.
Yeah.
That's alright. It's alright.
That's what I don't understand. It's like, dude, I beat this game like 16 times or something, so I have a right to be upset about shit. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I like how Sony dissed everybody today. They dissed their own fan base. Because the trailer for Returnal came out for PC, and it says, break the cycle, play on PC.
Yep.
You just said this to your audience, your PlayStation audience. Break the cycle, play on PC. That's the tagline for the game. I'm not even kidding.
I'm so confused.
The Sony ponies must love that one, huh?
It comes out February 15th, so you can
Comes
get it
out
for your
before Last of
sweetheart
Us on
after
PC.
Valentine's Day.
Yo, Last of Us PC is on the birthday weekend. We're playing that online with cheat codes.
The trainer.
Oh, it's fine with me.
Stream it. The kind of stuff that Hollywood loves. RWKD with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, no other place I'd rather be. Good. Remember that PS5 is outperforming PC. My man, it doesn't matter because they're making money either way. They're putting on PC to make an extra few dollars to put back into those games. So if you think it's a console versus PC war, it's really not. Every game they put on PC is more money in their pocket so they can make new games. So when Xbox did it, it was a bit, but when PlayStation does it, it's, oh yeah, it's so great. It's beautiful. It's like, no, they both do it to make more money. So get used to it.
Even if you sell an extra 1 million copies only, that's still a lot of freaking money.
PC gamers don't care because they have the best of both worlds. They have better hardware. The game is literally going to run 10 times better than it does on PlayStation. And you think, you know what Sony thinks about that? Great. Because they make more money. Anyway. You got to stop console warring because it's all bullshit. You're still giving the same exact company more money. They don't care how you play it or where you play it as long as you play it. And as long as they make that green. Alright, enough of that. What else you got? What?
Well, I was just gonna say for the Microsoft thing that it's a shame that that stuff's going down, and we just kind of got snuffed with, the Halo shit. We really got pretty much it's time to just play Master Chief Collection, basically. So just install that, and there's your Halo, for now, until maybe they figure out someone else to develop the next one, like Perry's been saying for the past year. Maybe it is time for the next calling for that, and just play what you like now. Play what works now, right? And if you want to play the last season of Infinite and just go out with whatever kind of bang you think that is, but it is just kind of wasted potential that they spent that much money, and they clearly lost money because they're making cuts. So they clearly didn't profit.
Well, no, the company's making cuts because they're spending $70 billion on friggin' Activision. They got to make that money back somehow, or
but I doubt
a little bit.
Halo being the most expensive game ever made, I doubt they actually made shit back from that. They definitely took a hit because these guys took so long.
They took a hit just for the fact the progression system sucked.
Yeah,
they weren't.
The player base dropped off. Yeah, because like you said, it was free to play. But the problem is that if you can't keep those people on there spending those microtransactions and spending all that shit on the skins, that's what keeps their shit alive and thriving.
Right.
So
for that game,
I don't. And then, like you said, you keep people, on board for a little bit with some content, and you say, all right, we're going to put out the multiplayer early. We're going to get people started on it. That was a really cool thing. And then they didn't really keep up with that momentum because you had, piss poor map selection and a game that really wasn't released like it should be, like a Halo game should be. So I don't know. I just think that this is, the writing was kind of on the wall for this. And then as far as whoever else they laid off beyond 343, that's just like you said, because of the cuts.
They only laid off about 60 people. They laid off 10,000 people in total for the whole company.
That's
including
wild.
Bethesda people. It's Camma's here. What's up, Camma? How you doing? It's do or die for Xbox. Man. No, it isn't. They're going to be around for a while. They're a $2 trillion company, about to be $3 trillion company. They're not going anywhere. If anything, Sony would go out of business before Microsoft.
Well,
just on sheer money alone.
Yeah, and the elephant in the room is the whole they both got to step it the fuck up with the next couple years for this console gen.
I'm telling you, man, the minute that they took Halo off the box for the Series X last year, it wasn't even a full year that Infinite was out. That was it. They threw in the towel. They gave up.
But that's what pisses me off is not seeing them try, right? It's like we're sitting here waiting for these games and dealing with these delays, and then we get a product and they don't even try.
They don't even care. This just shows they really don't care. It's they don't care if Starfield gets delayed. They don't care if nothing gets delayed. They really don't care about their fan base.
And
They
and what do we
have
and what do we
everybody
have,
doing
right?
podcasts for them. That's their advertising, which costs them no money.
Yeah, it's
And
like
you got to
free
call
ad.
them out for spade and spade. Love Xbox. I really do love Xbox, but you got to call them out on their bullshit. DJ, what's going on?
What's up, DJ?
What's up?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just calling them out when they're pulling this bullshit. And what's their event next Wednesday?
Yeah,
Yep.
I
Week
gotta
from
stream
tonight.
that, and then we got to talk about it later that night.
Right. So I think I guess I don't know what that's gonna be, after all this shit unravels. But
Xbox really messing up. Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
Sony's been screwing up the whole year, and now Xbox, man, another fumble. These companies just can't get it right. And Nintendo, they're far gone. They need new hardware, and they ain't biting, man.
yeah, they're not.
All these
To be
companies
honest,
have
though-
problems. PlayStation screwed themselves by jumping in front of this Activision deal. And by the way, PlayStation, they're doing that discless console. That's going to be the main console. You'll have to buy the disc drive separately. So they're about to screw everybody over on that one. That Slim, that PlayStation 5 Slim, no disc drive. You got to buy it separately. Pay an extra $100. So if the console's going to be $499, you got to spend another $150 for the disc drive. They got you. And then I want to see the pony guys be like, oh, well, everyone's digital anyway. Meanwhile, these guys are pushing physical right now. Let's see the tide turn. When Xbox went digital, everyone's like, oh, it's the end of gaming. PlayStation does it. It's, oh my God, it's beautiful. Nintendo sold more units in 2022, but PlayStation made more bank. Well, guess what? None of that matters because I'm still disgruntled with everybody.
Yeah, it's almost like these things are selling and we're not really getting.
Nintendo can sell all they want. The hardware is crap. Okay?
You could show me numbers on paper, but that ain't gonna make this console run any better. You know what I
No.
mean? Like at the end of the day, like we're sitting here struggling
Dude, this thing right here,
with these consoles.
you have a problem when this thing can play Switch games natively.
Right. That's a big problem.
You got a big problem. And when
Yeah.
a PC, I have an Alienware Alpha from 10 years ago, can play Switch games natively. With an Xbox controller, you're good. You don't have to do jack. Nick, with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Nick.
Thanks.
PlayStation don't care about the customer. That's true.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that.
PlayStation's giving you a VR system that's overpriced that Anthony's going to run out and buy like a little schoolgirl.
And
And then they're going to
one of
release
the,
Spider-Man at the end of the year.
that's the problem is that it's just like one of those things where it's like
Woo! I gotta
it's
go
too
get it.
it's too expensive to actually run out and get, like, unless people actually really want to see Resident Evil in VR. There's not really, a way that I would actually be able to swing that. That's just a lot. You know what I mean? That's almost 600 bones right there.
If you want
And-
the base, the charging base, it's an extra $50.
Oh my God.
We
Yeah,
talked about this.
I know, but it's just like, it's just dumb. Like I don't think people really care about seeing like Resident Evil Village or 4 in VR as
Right.
much as just like they want to see Resident Evil 4. So that's just what I'm probably going to focus on, to be honest, because the Quest was one thing, but like I don't even think I want to try to attempt to get that because it's just not. I just don't really think it'd be worth it right now.
Here's what you do. You buy it on Amazon, you stream it for 30 days, and you mail it back. You get all your money back. Okay?
Yeah, but that's just before Resident Evil, so it's just like, which sucks because it comes out on the 22nd, and Resident Evil's March 24th. So it's like you're
March
fucked.
24th, what?
Yeah,
Wait,
That's
what's
been the
coming out
date.
24? Resident Evil VR?
Resident Evil 4. I don't know if VR is launching the date, like day.
It is
day
launching
of.
day of the Resident Evil
yeah.
7, 8 DLC.
So yeah, that's
Whatever
past a month. Well, 8 is in VR 2 and 4 VR 2, so they're both going to drop.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I think Village is dropping on the 22nd with the VR, and then I'm assuming the Resident Evil 4 VR should drop when that gets released, unless they say, wait, it's coming later. Hold up. Like, I don't know if they're going to do that for RE4. I know Village for sure is coming out because that's what Sony showed at the fucking event. They kept showing Lady D's tits and stuff, so that's what they liked. So
Maybe if you get motorboated with the VR2, it has rumbles built into the lenses, and you feel it all over your face. What?
That's worth 600.
I was gonna
Does the
say,
VR2
yeah,
squirt milk in your face?
you got.
Good for that kind of money.
Mark
gotta
Cerny
sell
made it.
it.
Anything's possible.
There's got to be a selling point somewhere.
I just jumped in. What are you guys talking about? We're just getting a little started here. We talked about the
Yeah, just a
Microsoft
bunch of
layoffs.
stuff.
Just a little bit.
Well, we're
Stevie
talking
Mac,
about
what's
both
up?
companies, not even just both. I would say all three, just slacking in multiple areas where
all
we're just
have
very
problems.
dissatisfied. Right.
They're all like family members. They all got problems. They all do stupid things. And it's just a pain in the ass to deal with. That's why, like me, you have all the consoles. And if you don't, then I don't know what's wrong with you.
And they all argue over Activision deals and screaming and yelling and, and jumping in traffic and doing crazy shit because that's what they're doing.
We have the member
It's time.
liquor sandwich. How you doing? Secret Death, Lady D throws you on the floor and sits on you. Oh. It's a little graphic.
It's a hell of a way to go.
Well,
Let me pour a Heineken and Cheetos. Be right back. Okay.
He's gonna pour it into the Cheetos.
I thought he
You
was going
never
to give it to poor people. He wrote poor, like as in poor people.
I'm gonna
He's going to
pour
give
it.
a homeless man Heineken and Cheetos. What do you do when you can't afford all the systems? You buy a PC.
Yeah. Because that money that you would put into those consoles will just benefit you longer term, and it's a good investment.
Well, I
It's
say
just
that
like-
because DJ has a gaming
Oh,
laptop.
DJ has a killer. I saw what she was rocking when we were last hanging out. I was like, big chillin'. I was like, she's a big chillin'. with that,
GTA and
so,
60 FPS. There you go.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Microsoft trimming the fat. They've hired 60 people. When are they going to trim the fat on these podcasts that they
So what do
they
they do?
get
They
to,
just
like,
hire people?
that
Do
they
they
get
just
to
hire people
parakeet
within?
what they want?
Like
Yeah,
they hire people
they
within to
had
get
company
on there?
layoffs. They have company layoffs every year.
But did they for the podcasting? What do they do? Just grab any like Joe Schmo from their
Yeah, they get people to go there, and then people think they're like insiders, but they're not. Then they give the wrong info, and then people
They're
get
probably
mad at
just
them.
reading a script of shit that people wrote for them. Like that's all
Well,
it
they
is.
get these community guys to believe everything that they say, and they parakeet it and champion it, and people fall for it.
And make them the host. Yeah.
And it's getting kind of tiring.
You just let them run rampant.
Shout out to Grayson, by the way, for the news on 343. He messaged me today. Was like, "Hey, did you hear this?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "Yeah, this is what's going on." And I was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Well, hopefully Bethesda gets Halo because that'll be the way to go."
Someone else has to get it at this point, like you've been saying, because there has to be some kind of change. So I would say just, obviously, unless you really like the state that Infinite's in or you're looking forward to the updates, keep playing that. But I would say play MCC and just, enjoy what you got. And
I mean,
hopefully
Infinite's
we get
alright,
Gears or
but-
something.
But you just ain't gonna get any
Infinite
more
plays
content.
great. I love Infinite. Like as far as like
Play it
how
on that
fast
thing,
it
too.
plays. Yeah, like it's snappy, it's fast. There's just not a lot of content to keep me like entertained.
Yeah, after like an
personally,
hour, you're
you know
kind
what
of
I mean?
tired of it.
Yeah.
And
so
DJ
story-
says GTA runs at 117 FPS. Great,
oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
perfect.
once you get past Halo 3, the story for 4, 5, and Infinite is just not good. It's like convoluted and it's
the
like-
Prometheans suck.
yeah, it's like if they started over, I'd be okay with it. Who cares about the story that they did with Infinite? Like just start
I'm
over.
gonna rain fucking hell. Enchanted Starfield doesn't come out by March. It's not coming.
It
out
is
in March.
not coming out in March. Dude. You are so screwed if you think that.
It would be at the showcase if it was coming out in March.
Try,
Scream
like,
6 is
September.
coming out in March, but not that.
I think September. That's the date. The latest it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
The earliest would be June, and I think
Mm.
the end of June because they need as much time as they can. Doom is better than modern Halo. That could be correct. Yes. At least Doom has a plan or had a plan. Well, better get it then, RWK. You're gonna see this year if Microsoft can put up or shut up.
Yeah.
If they can't deliver any of this stuff, then you know you bought a third-party box. And that's just what it is. It's always been that way for the last almost 10 years. They have some great games, But at the end of the day, you really buy the Xbox for the third-party stuff for better graphics. PlayStation went cheap on the PS5, so the Xbox picked up the slack there. So you just got to accept the Xbox for what it is at this point. If they give you stuff, great. But at the end of the day, they're kind of showing everybody their true colors. They really don't care. And I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But it seems like that. The minute you took Halo Infinite off the box, you told everybody, this ain't the game anymore. And in fact, they made boxes with Starfield now. Which is good. You're promoting the biggest game that you're going to release.
But we got to make sure that thing fucking comes out first, right? It's like now we're sitting here just waiting to see if we.
Yeah, and Frank told me that it's only single player.
Really?
Only single player.
And I was shocked.
Sony.
Me too. I was surprised.
That's who they're trying to be. They're trying to be like PlayStation.
I was gonna say, so they were just going for the single player.
And by the way, PlayStation IPs are getting played out, so they need to figure that out. I'm tired of playing PS3 games on my PlayStation 5. Like, we got to move on here. Make new IPs, okay? Like, Returnal was a good start. Horizon was PS4. Horizon, I would say get rid of that. Bring back a few IPs from the PS1, PS2 days. And move on, man. The Spider-Man games are really good. That's a good start. But we need to stop playing Uncharted, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. Like, that stuff needs to stop for a little bit. We need to bring back Twisted Metal. Maybe Jet Moto. Something. PlayStation used to be variety. It's not variety anymore.
Yeah, and their service is very lackluster. They finally put up Siphon Filter 3 and Star Wars.
With Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock on the cover.
Yeah, I know.
That was really definitely ugly. From Demolition Man. You know that, right? That cover?
Yeah, it definitely looks like a ripoff, but it's also weird that they again decided to put that in the Star Wars. I forget the specific one on PS1, but that's on there too. What's it called here?
I'm an outcast. I'm not a big fan of Halo. First 2 games are solid. First 3 games are solid. 4 was pretty good too, but once it hit 5, it was like, okay, where are we going? And then Infinite came out. We were excited. It was pretty good, and then no content.
So it was okay. So they have on their service this month. They have Back 4 Blood, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Devil May Cry 5, and Life is Strange, Just Cause 4, and they have Siphon Filter 3 and Star Wars Demolition and Hot Shots Part 2. 3 PS1 games, and there's
why does
still
the PlayStation 3 store have more PS1 games than PlayStation 5?
It still does. They still don't have even like
that service should have rolled out with all those games on it.
They don't even have 50 PS1 games on here.
And then they would have shut down the PS3 store and say, hey, you got all this stuff for free on our service. You just got to subscribe. You don't have to buy it on PS3. You don't have to do it. Like, what the hell happened? I haven't got a PS5 yet, says Nick. I'm waiting to pay a cheaper price. No, you'll be waiting a long time then because
greatness awaits.
Well, the thing is you're not
more money.
You're not missing much though right now. So even if you,
nothing.
Yeah. So like we were saying, the 2 top dogs this year for both sides of the coin: Spider-Man 2, Starfield.
Halo and seeing was an insult. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no! I was just saying, like seeing both of them compete in this year will be a true test of what's going to happen. What's going to go down with the clash of the consoles here.
Halo Infinite wasn't an insult, but the way they handled it was an insult. Like the progression system. Everyone said day one, they were like, you got to change this. And they were like, we'll get to it. And then they didn't change anything. They added more to it. And it's like, that's the true insult, is that the development team didn't listen. I know Starfield isn't coming, but this lightning show is getting hyped as
gaslighting, he meant to say.
Gaslighting? Hess trucks? Hess
lighting? No, gaslighting.
Hess trucks.
Gaslighting. That was that movie with Angela Lansbury. It was. That's where the term came from. You didn't know that?
No, I did not know that.
That was from the movie she was in. That's where the term came from.
Interesting.
But nobody knows that because they follow online. They don't know what's up.
Yeah. They go with the trends.
Anyway,
but yeah, PS, Xbox, who knows?
I thought he wrote Seinfeld, not Starfield.
Seinfeld.
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 It's got George Costanza looking at the moon.
Jerry, I'm stuck in space.
Anyway. That developers conference, man. I hope it's not the dev talking to you for 45 minutes.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I hope Insomniac is open to doing a Punisher or Blade game. It depends.
I would like another Punisher game.
What comes their way? When PlayStation does shit like dropping the latest console and a year and a half later comes the better console. Yes, you're getting the better console, Nick. Guess what you're getting?
Well, I was gonna say you're better off than we are because we spent our money and
let me tell Nick what he's in for. They're releasing
okay, here we go.
The PlayStation 5 Slim, which does not have a disc drive, but you can buy a disc drive for it. So you're looking at $499 for the console, and then $99 to $199 for the disc drive on its own. And the disc drive only works on this particular model console. It doesn't work on the digital console it's currently out. So you will pay more money for a PlayStation 5 Slim.
At that point, it might just be easier to get the disc drive one and just call it a fucking day.
Jamie, what's up, brother? He's talking about the Briscoes. What's up? I want a PC from you one day. Really?
Me too.
Well, he's getting Frank. We're going to be building Frank's computer this Friday night live on the channel. We're going to go down to Westchester Micro Center. I'm going to go pick up the computer parts. He's got most of the parts. And we're going to come back to the shop and we're going to build a sucker.
Very exciting.
So yeah, there you go. Going to be in Yonkers.
Yonkers.
Grab the parts and go the hell home. You don't think the new consoles will have the same exact specs? What new consoles? What
yes,
are you talking about?
They confirmed, I think, that the discless PS5 is going to be the same.
Yeah.
Thing.
No, that's the same thing.
They'll keep it.
What they want to do is they want to make one SKU. And they want you on digital. I mean, a lot of people don't believe this, but Sony wants you digitally on their platform. They don't care about discs. They'd rather you not buy discs. They want you to buy everything on your PlayStation account. I know that's hard for people to understand and believe because Sony loves them so much. Sony cleans their butt when they get cocky and they get diarrhea and they make on the floor and they have to clean it up. That's just not the case. They want your money. They want $70 digital for each title. And they're going to get it from you because you're going to buy the digital console.
And then they could hold disc drive one.
I guarantee you the disc drives, the attachments will be limited quantities.
Yeah.
By the way, 90% of the UK PlayStation 5 users are digital. 90%. So that should tell you something right there.
Yeah, I would say if you just still want that disc drive and you want it all in one instead of a weird quirky attachment, just get the disc drive one that we have now.
I guarantee you the ones that we have now that are boats are going to be worth a lot of money. People are going to want them.
I think you're dead on with limited quantities and then hold you hostage for the digital.
They did it with the memory cards when the PS2 was out.
Yeah. And you want to know why it's going to be...
People don't remember that. You know what they did when PlayStation 2 was out? Memory card sales were slow. So they stopped producing memory cards. People needed memory cards. They went to every store. And our store was one of them at Best Buy. So you know what Sony did? They said, we'll bring back memory cards in a double pack for $40 fucking dollars.
Oh my God.
Get you.
So yeah. Or $49.99. How much was it? $39.99, $49.99. The bottom line is they screwed you. And that was okay, right? Because people even said to me, hey, don't you have just one memory card? Like, nope. They only sending us the double packs. And they made that money
like
back.
You're ripping them off.
Well, they made the money because they made everyone think it was scarce. And then they dropped the double packs on everybody. And the double packs were like the main packs for about 6-7 months.
And the thing is too, like you said, like the bigger like old consoles, the big boat, all that stuff is going to be like, worth it, because a lot of people are going to be like, all right, if they want to play the PS4 games that they have them on disc, or if they want to watch movies and stuff, that one will be the one that people are going after, So that's that could definitely be something that is more of what fans want if they, don't want to have to do everything separate,
I got my white PS4 version for $150. That's a good deal, man.
Oh, nice.
7 years ago, it was never given me an issue. Good.
That's cool.
Now, Anthony can't agree with you because he had to connect a fucking fan. You put a 1970s fan with a garbage bag on your PlayStation 4 because Uncharted maxed out the machine and it kept shutting down on you.
Yeah, and that was like the standard machine, before I upgraded to the Pro. But yeah, it sounded like a jet engine when you would play Siege and stuff like that. So, but I also know people that even a couple. I think it was like one of my friends had the Destiny PS4, and it didn't give him any problems. It was actually quiet. It was
I've
like one of the
never
more
had a
quiet
PlayStation
ones.
4 with. Oh well, I have had a PlayStation 4 issues. What am I talking about? Best Buy did carry the PS2. I was there during the PS2, Xbox, GameCube. We sold all that stuff. That was like the best time in gaming because you had a million games. And nobody cared.
Yeah.
It wasn't one specific genre. It was a variety of games. And it was a beautiful time in gaming. Now it's either shooters or third person.
And it was still just like getting. I think we were talking about this, and even my chat the other day too, about like how the technology was still getting to a point where it was trying to be, top tier, and now it's like everything has reached a point where everything is starting to look the same, and we're not having one of those big like leaps in technology as we were in that time, So it was like we were still getting to these like advances, and now it's like, okay, now where do we go? It's like, everything looks like a movie and everything is cinematic, and we have these, so that was a time where it just seemed like we were, there was so much push in the tech moving forward. You could see the potential of where it could go. Like, man, these things are going to look like, movies one day, and then they literally do. So yeah, that was definitely a special time.
So here's the thing, Nick. A lot of PlayStation game. Man eats hamburger in front of me. What the hell? Okay, so Nick, here's the deal with the PlayStation 4. So when you put a game in that's like graphically intensive, like Uncharted 4, or like, I don't know, The Last of Us 2 or something.
Horizon did mine in, but yeah.
Horizon did yours.
Yep.
The chip that's in it, the APU, the game is so like demanding. It's a Jaguar Core APU, which is one of the worst chips ever known. It was in the Xbox One and it's in the PlayStation 4. When you got a game that's graphically intensified, that chip gets really hot, and that's when the fans start revving up. So you can clean the fans all you want. It's not really going to do anything. It's that chip.
Still just trying to keep up.
Right. The chip is trying to keep up. And it's not every game. It's only the demanding games that you'll notice that. SIP Studios, what's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up?
So that's... I don't want you to open your system and like go crazy cleaning it because it's not it. Like, you could clean it all you want. You could put a new fan in there. It's going to do the same thing, depending on the game that you're playing. Anthony was playing Uncharted 4. He had a base PlayStation 4 at the time. It could not handle it. It kept shutting off on him. He literally got a warning on the screen that the system is too hot.
Remember, mine kept blinking, and then I got the
Darth Vader pulsing lights. I got the disk drive kept ejecting. That was the first one I sent back. That was my launch one. Then they sent me one with a blue pulsing light. It never caught on the TV, so it was dead. They mailed me 9 PlayStation 4s. And the last one, I was like, I'm taking it out of the box, and I'm selling it on eBay. And I'm getting the money, and I'm buying a brand new one from the store. And that's what I did. They sent me a PlayStation 4. I didn't even open the box. And it had water damage all over it. Because it was in the factory just sitting there. Or not the factory, the warehouse that they mail it from. I called them. I was like, I'm not opening this. And they said, okay, we'll mail you another one. Just mail it back. They mailed me the final one. Went to eBay, got my money, bought a brand new one. Trainwreck VB, how you doing, man?
Oh, nice logo change.
What's up, man?
Well, now
Yeah,
it looks like the Verizon logo.
I told him that in the chat because he was in my stream and he was talking. He had the normal logo, and then he comes back like 20 minutes later. I'm like, oh, dude, nice logo change. I was like, now he looks different than RWK.
That's okay. Well, Jamion's rocking Dead Space, right? Or is that Halo? I always thought that was Dead Space.
Looks like Dead Space.
He's rocking it for the remake. Well, he's had it for 100 years. I took it apart a couple months ago in the dust. It looked like a rat lived in there. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now you guys won't get mad. No, but I will think I have to pay my Verizon bill. Damn, bro, that's nice as fudge. Your PS4 experience sounds like my 360, right? Went through 9 of them completely. So my 360 died when I plugged in the Guitar Hero guitar. It blew the fuse out and killed it.
It kills it.
I think that was about it with my 360 experience. They mailed me another one. I hacked it. Then I bought a PlayStation. Burnt the games that I thought I would buy for PlayStation. And then when the Slim came out, I traded it in. And I got the Xbox Slim and I never looked back. 360 Slim. Red vs. Blue. That's right. I have that on Blu-ray somewhere. All right. What have we got? What topics do we have here?
Hey, hold on a sec. My video is delayed. I'm just going to turn my camera off and turn it back on. Give me 1 sec here.
Okay, Hank Hill.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. I think it's better now. You guys were like talking and then your mouths moved.
They send you a refurbished one. Because you're sending them a used console, they send you a used one back, which is bullshit. But what are you going to do?
Thank God I fixed that problem. Okay. So we talked about Starfield. It's on the boxes. It's going to be on the boxes now. So,
yeah,
just what they're going to do. I guess they're going to promote whatever's hot.
Poster child.
Yep. Don't forget, next week is the showcase. We talked about that. Perry will be covering that live. I think. What time is it at? I forget. Is it 3 or 5?
Is that 5 p.m.?
Let me look it up. Hang on. Sorry, I should have wrote it down.
I think it's whatever PM.
Tell you right now. 3 p.m. Eastern.
3 p.m. Eastern. I'll be here.
Tune in then, and check that out. And then that night we will cover whatever happens there. Hopefully something good will happen.
Nothing good ever happens.
I know.
Showcases.
I'm trying.
Maybe I'll learn how to build a spaceship or something. Oh no, they were not even showing it. So, what are they showing again?
Minecraft, whatever, Forza, and
Forza. Fucking kill Forza already.
Did they say Redfall?
Man. Red Balls?
I'll tell you right now.
Red
Ball. Bring out the car on stage like Gran Turismo. I think would be okay.
But... Are we running over vampires with our Forza cars?
Oh, Elder Scrolls Online, Forza Motorsport, Minecraft Legends, and Redfall.
This show is already boring.
I know, I'm already like, damn. Why are they showing Elder Scrolls Online? Stop.
So they could tell the regulators it's going to be on all the consoles.
What, does anyone play that game? I love Elder Scrolls and I don't even play it.
I know a lot of people that just continuously play that game or grind on it, and I guess that's just what they like. I don't know.
Modded Game Gear. What's your favorite system you own? I can't pick one. I love them all. I have them all and I love them all. We're gonna fall asleep. Yeah, we will, man. Get the little blanket. It's nap time. I feel like we work at Google.
You gotta play our song when it gets
the roller coaster when we wake up from nap time.
Yeah, you know what? They're gonna play copyrighted music. I'm just gonna play that song. I don't even care.
Do it. Anyway, yeah. So everyone tune into that next week, Wednesday.
I got a request, Frank. You're gonna have to figure out if you could do it. You know what? Maybe Fred can do this for me. Bobo Ghost. Yeah, man. I got too many favorite machines. Like all the consoles are my favorite to an extent. It's like having a bunch of kids. You can't pick your favorite. Like it's impossible. So there you go.
I think mine's about to be that PC. I'm pretty stoked for this
So
PC.
again,
build.
we're building Frank a PC on Friday, live on this channel, probably Friday night. So stay tuned, tune in, hang out with us in the chat room. We're probably going to go on after Anthony's little stream or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, so I was
We'll
going to
probably
say that
driving back up when that's on.
I was going to say, because I'm not going to be long, and that's also goes into the news as well. So if you guys don't know or do know, literally on Friday.
Okay, listen. Just say that you're covering RE4 news.
Yes, I'm covering RE4 news. So that's what's going on. So I'm covering that stuff, and it's going to be on a Game Awards, and that's going to be, not really. I don't know if it's streaming, but I'll be able to once we find out what the producer shows on there as far as like, more gameplay, screenshots. I don't know why it's exclusive, but that's what they're doing. It's not I don't think it's going to be like a demo or anything. Like, again, Capcom's going to wait to show that, themselves, so that could be like late February, early March. So we'll see whatever ends up happening with that. So that'll be Friday, but it won't be a long stream. If anything, it'll just be wrapping up what I talked about. So it'll be only like, little hour and a half to 2 hour hangout, and then it'll be done.
Anthony's doing a Kratz stream. Well, guess what? I'm going to make an Xbox name on the OG Xbox Live based on the Kratz, and you're going to see it at some point. So
I gotta get on there. Like I said, I'm just waiting for a couple more things, and then we'll figure out this Xbox thing, the Xbox insignia journey.
Nick wants to hear both of your answers for what's your favorite console and why that you have. The other brother is Frank, as in Frankfurter and Frankenstein.
That's tough, man. That's really tough.
I mean, I like them all. I mean, PS1 is my favorite console, I think, just in general, just because that's where everything started, and there's just a lot of classic games on there for me. But I also love PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, because that was the gen. I was also like very, very much like, becoming a more hardcore gamer, because at that point you're starting to understand games more, at least like for me and my age demographic. So, which it started all on PS1 for me. So there's just so much, there's a lot about that kind of goes into it. Obviously Resident Evil is the main kind of thing in there, but obviously there's so many other great PlayStation titles, and Sony's not what they once were. That was a different time,
PlayStation had a lot of variety with PS1 and PS2, and that's what I miss. They kind of had it with PS3. PlayStation 4, I mean, it went in this direction, which, whatever, they brainwashed their fan base in the over-the-shoulder third party. Okay, cool, whatever. Can I get more games?
Right.
And now we're PlayStation 4 was like a redo of the PlayStation 3, because a lot of people jumped on the 4 that weren't on the 3. So they were like, oh, let's remaster God of War 3. Let's do Uncharted. Let's do... Great, fine. I understand. People didn't play those. You want to... But we're still reliving that right now with the PS5, and it's kind of annoying. Let's push the PlayStation 3 shit back. Let's bring some PS1 and PS2 games in. Or new IPs. Like, I'm all for it.
Right. Even bring back... I was talking about... I was telling Nick about this. Like, bring back Soul Reaver. Like, bring back, like, the Blood...
They're looking into that. Like, Embrace is looking into that.
It's just like... But again, it's like... I don't know. Like you said, Twisted Metal... That, like, other things that just, you feel like they would be jumping all over to get these things ready.
PS2 was the peak, brother. PS3 was the downfall.
Yeah. I think my favorite PS2
PlayStation 4 lifted it back up, and now PlayStation 5 is floating in the sea.
Yeah, my favorite PS2 game is Twisted Metal Black. Easy.
Yes.
Easy.
100%.
So that's, and again, that blew my mind when I was a kid, because I was playing, these, like, just normal looking Twisted Metal games, and then you put that in and you're like, yo, this is like some dark shit. This is like some grindhouse shit, you know what I mean? And that was definitely the vibe that
was like perfect. That Twisted Metal was perfect.
That was like a horror Twisted Metal, and that's like what it really was. It was building up to, and it was the OG creators. It was just that's kind of what we wanted as fans. And again, hopefully with this show and the game that they're working on, we get.
I think the show will be better than the game, and I said that for a year. Because the casting looks fantastic.
Right.
The game is supposed to be like a mini games for service game. Don't look too much into that game. I hope it's fun, but it's
Yeah.
not made to be like a traditional Twisted Metal. It's made to be like a little ha ha he he companion to the TV show.
Yeah, that sucks, man. It really deserves its
Yeah,
own.
It does.
You know.
It needs to come back. It wasn't on a PlayStation 4 at all. There was no
Right.
Twisted Metal game on PS4.
Nope.
That was bullshit.
It was the 2011, Twisted Metal on PS3, and then
Yep.
it was it. But,
You're not wrong. I think you have to go with PS2, PS1. It's very close second to Super Nintendo. I think Twisted Metal might be coming back with the show. I read that. My understanding, read that one. PlayStation is always brainwashed. You're correct. What is something about a PC?
Oh, he wanted to know how much, like, it would take.
For me to build a computer, or for him to buy a computer?
I think he means like to get all the parts for a solid.
It depends
build.
on what you're looking for. I would say, depending on what graphics card you want, I would say about $1,500 on the mid to low end. If you want a better graphics card, like $1,600, $1,700, $2,000.
I think
Nothing
I'm
more
almost
than $2,000.
I think I'm almost at $2,000. I mean, I'll be close after the power supply, but I didn't really spare any expense. I mean,
but you bought a 4070 Ti and you bought a Core i9 12th gen. So
right. I mean, I could have got I could have got a 13th gen. Like, I only really saved a couple $100 total. So really, like Perry said, under $2,000
right
is probably your best bet.
Okay, let me see what it's saying. Couldn't be any better than a great podcast called Heineken Beer Fest playing in the background. Beer Fest.
Why are you watching that?
The movie's 100 years old. PS2 was the peak. PS3 had a great games, but the decline happened. The decline happened when the PS3 came out because of the price.
That was it, man.
That's like what killed the Xbox One. A lot of people don't know this because they didn't pay attention, because they didn't want to pay attention. Xbox One's launch had great fucking exclusive games. So did PlayStation 4. But the PlayStation 3 launch had great exclusive games. You know what killed it? The price. $600. And people are like, no thanks. Xbox 360 is $399. Everyone ran over to Xbox 360. And then the Xbox had the arcade edition, which was $299. So you're looking at $599 versus $299 and $399. That's why 360 ruled. But PlayStation 3 launched with a bunch of exclusive games. Nobody cared about exclusives back then. It was all about the money. Same thing with Xbox One. It had nothing to do with exclusives. It had to do with they were forcing you with this Kinect for an extra $100. That was all it was. And we saw who won. The people that were cheaper. And we saw who won with the 360 generation. The people with the cheaper machine. So, $600 when Sony came out. Fuck that. Yep. I worked there, man. I saw people returning 5 of them. An old couple. They were like in their 60s, 70s. They thought that they were able to buy 5 of them, that they were going to sell them on eBay and double all their money, and they didn't. And they were on the return line with 5 machines sitting on the floor. In Yajankas. So there you go. That's why I'm waiting for the PS5. Yeah, wait as long as you can. I mean, I don't know if they're going to cut the price, but we'll see. I know many people that stayed on 360. You know what's funny, guys? The PlayStation 2 didn't cut in price for like 9 years.
Yeah, it stayed expensive.
It stayed at $299 for years. Many people that stayed 360 despite the graphics jump. There wasn't really a graphics jump on PS3. It was harder to make games for PS3. A lot of people stayed on 360 was like, when it came out, it was better than PCs at the time. Like, PCs couldn't really get there for that price. Now PCs are smoking the consoles. Like, that was it. About, what was it, like 10 years ago?
When the Xbox One and the PS4
that's when PCs
came out.
like started smoking machines big time. The machines were like comparable. Now they're just the computer smokes them all. So there you go. Call of Duty OG looks so good on PS3 that really helped Sony. Oh, and guess what? The modern OG Call of Duty on PlayStation 3 didn't have Rumble support. Because Sony lied and said that the the 6-axis couldn't support Rumble at the same time. They just couldn't figure out. Because they had to pay Emerson the patent for the Rumble. Emerson came out with a I keep calling it DualShock.
6-axis.
With the 6-axis and said, hey, we put Rumble motors in here, it works fine. Sony had a drop my pants moment. They were caught with their pants down.
They always get caught.
And they immediately announced the DualShock 3. Isn't that funny how that works? They got called out and then they were like, hey, DualShock 3 is coming out this September.
They always get busted.
37 reminded me why I love PC gaming. Yeah, got a 3080 in here. Beautiful card.
I have a 1070 right now, so I'm looking for that upgrade.
Well, you got the 4070 Ti. How big is that? We don't even know. We're going to find out on Friday.
It's smaller than the 30s, but it's big.
I bought my PS3 when they were trying to push the OG models out on sale. Yeah, me too. I got the Spider-Man bundle. Did I get the Spider-Man bundle? Maybe not. I got it for a $369,
right?
I got it in 2010 for $369 from Blockbuster Video. They were going out of business, and they marked it down $40, and my wife grabbed it, brand new, because they were selling them at the time to promote Blu-ray movies.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want to rent these Blu-ray movies? You have a Blu-ray player? No, I don't. Oh, well, there's one in the PlayStation 3. Woo! Video games, and yeah, I'll rent some games, I'll rent some movies, I'll buy the machine. Woo, 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 woo. It didn't work.
Spend all my money.
Nobody did that. So there you go. I still have it. It works. It's fine.
I didn't even get a PS3 till like 2013. I bought it used somewhere.
Yeah.
It was on 360 the whole time.
Still kicking the RX 580. I've been a PlayStation fuckboy. That's honestly Xbox has the more reliable system. Your thoughts? Well, Xbox 360 had the red ring and PlayStation had the yellow light. And despite what people say, they were pretty much on the same playing field as far as like failure rate. Now, if you got the slim models, you had less prone problems. But yeah, nobody really talks about the yellow light because it's their baby Sony. They don't want to ever talk bad about Sony. But the yellow light was a big problem. I'm not complaining. It still runs games pretty decently. He's got a 2060 Super. Hey, man, as long as it runs the games, you're good.
My 1070 still cranks out like 1440p 60, but I want to go further than that. But, I mean, you can still run stuff.
All right. Well, what else is going on? Let's move on with topics here.
Okay. The Scream 6 trailer is tomorrow, so everybody check that out.
It'll
Finally,
be out in 15 minutes.
Well, allegedly, yes.
An hour and 15 minutes.
Sometimes they drop them in the morning, though. They don't put them up at night, or they'll drop them at 3 a.m. or some shit. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Apparently, Kirby's an FBI agent. So we'll find out.
I saw the picture of her. I was like, oh, it's Kirby.
Oh.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that tomorrow if you're looking forward to Scream.
Kirby, by the way, Kirby's dressed like Sydney in the friggin' screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
So her and Gale are like the new team.
I mean, I don't hate Kirby. It's just like, I just don't want them to do what I think they're going to do. And that's just like, oh yeah, we're going to bring her back. All right, and she's dead.
No,
Like,
maybe Kirby's the killer.
Kirby could be the killer.
Yeah.
Because she would be a suspect, right? She's coming in this film out of nowhere, coming out of acting. That's already suspicious. You know what I mean? It's
well,
like
the killer's using an old mask, but we don't know what from what movie. They're making people think it's from the first two movies.
And you know she likes horror movies, right? And it'd be interesting if they made her like a detective.
And who would get the mask? The feds.
That's true.
They would have
she
it.
would have access to the mask.
So she would immediately be a suspect. That's a good point.
You guys just figure out the whole movie.
Oh no, we're gonna come back here and like, when does it come out in March? So yeah, we're gonna be here like,
Yeah.
oh shit, we predicted it. Yeah, but yeah, we'll watch that and we'll let you guys know what we think about that next week.
Yeah.
You know, we're Scream fans, so I mean, we'll see it either way. But I mean, we'll see. How, like again, the 5 Cream. I wasn't like the biggest fan of that.
I
like
acknowledge
I said, I
that
had problems with
Scream 2022 is really Scream 5 now.
5 Cream. I
After
love
it made
that.
all the money and they fooled everybody, they're really,
and they're like, oh yeah, that's 5.
yeah, it's 5. So there you go. You got
5
your
Cream.
5 Cream.
Scream V.
Oh man, but yeah, we'll see
I
what
just saw
happens.
something that could be a sequel to Final Fantasy VII.
Finale fantasy.
And there's still no whale, right?
No whale. I
God
can't
damn.
believe it.
No, I'm looking for him.
Maybe it'll come out this weekend or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
It should be on streaming
it's
soon.
barely in theaters at this point, so it should be like, like I could have saw it, but I was like, let me just wait because I heard some good things, I heard some things, but
You all are all positive stuff until he told the Academy to go fuck themselves, and then you started hearing negative stuff. So figure that one out.
right.
Right. You don't mess with that man.
Well, look at Mickey Rourke. He told the Academy to go fuck off years ago. Came back, did The Wrestler. Everyone's like, it's going to win Movie of the Year, whatever.
And no one gave it shit.
And they snubbed him.
Yeah.
They gave all the awards to everyone else but him. So
Because that's just how it is with shit like that. You know what I mean? That's why those award shows are just shitty.
yeah, I stopped watching them a long time ago. That's why this guy slapping this guy is so stupid anyway. So
Exactly. It's just like, dude, like we're forgetting about like why we actually like to be entertained here. So if you want to be entertained, go buy Men at Work on MVD Blu-ray right now.
yeah, that's I actually got a shipping notice for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a really cool 90s film right there.
All right, what do you got?
Okay.
What's next?
The details for Dead Space came out for the consoles. You're gonna have 4K 30 mode with ray tracing or 2K 60 no ray tracing. So
Yeah, it's all because of PlayStation 5.
yeah, I'm
Can't
pretty
do
sure
the
the
4K.
Xbox could have done 4K 60, but they're not doing it.
But I wonder if this is going to be talked about. Like, will this even be a problem? Because I was trying to bring it up in the chat, and people thought that was a mistake, Perry. They thought that was not true.
PlayStation
I was like,
5 is less powerful than the Series X. I know people don't want to hear that, but it fucking is. Okay. So now they need to bow down to the lower end portion of the machine, which is the PS5. So
which
I
is
recommend
the same thing that's happening to Resident Evil, right?
if you want to play the game, play it on fucking PC. It's only $40 anyway on PC, and you're paying $70 on console for the same game.
Yeah.
So I would say load up your graphics card and get ready. Play that shit on PC. And it's $10 cheaper if you buy it on Origin, which no one's going to buy it on Origin.
No, I don't want that shit installed on my computer.
Yeah, so, I mean, you could get it for so much cheaper and so much better.
No, it's true. We were talking about PC earlier. This is a perfect part to bring that up.
Speak the truth. Fucking PS5.
You know?
Sorry, I keep talking over you.
Oh, no, you're good. No, it's just like you said, we just brought up PC earlier. This is a good example. When they make an announcement like this on their official Twitter, so it's actually real, I just want, it wasn't coming out of nowhere. They tweeted it out, and then underneath it, they said, here are the PC requirements. So keep reading. And then they listed that. But yeah, obviously these things should be running at full potential on these consoles. I don't need to beat that argument into the ground. You know what I mean? I'll be playing it day one though. I'll be streaming it, and I'll probably get it on Xbox because I have all my Dead Space stuff on Xbox. So I'll keep it streamlined.
Ooh, how many viewers are you gonna lose because you're playing on Xbox?
I hope somebody cracked the eggshell. I hope somebody cracks an eggshell that day, and then it would be a little bit more accessible.
We're not getting the DualSense features. There you go. You're gonna hear all that. Yes, you might as well play it on Xbox because if there's a little bit of headroom, you're gonna get performance out of that thing anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And it's X enhanced, so we'll see what the fuck. We'll see. Hopefully the PC version runs fine with no problems. If not, there's gonna be problems.
It's
so
the first game from EA on Steam.
Yep.
Well, isn't there a DualSense? Yeah, Dreadpool didn't want to blow into the DualSense. So
You
what
gotta
he
touch
did
the
was
owl.
he yelled at the controller. And it
He
worked.
said, "Help me."
He said, I don't want to do this. And it just blew the guy up, and there you go. All right, so what were you saying, Frank?
You get to pet Isaac if you use the DualSense thing.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah, so that's Dead Space.
Yeah, it comes
I'm
out
sure-
in a week, basically. So 27th. So
I'm sure in some capacity we'll all check it out. I really don't want to spend money on it, but if it's cheap enough on CD keys and I have my brand new PC, maybe I'll get it. So we'll see.
especially if you never played the first one.
How much is it now on CD keys, Frank?
I could tell you right now. Hold on one second. Dead Space.
Yeah, I'm buying it on PC. Hopefully it doesn't have a disastrous launch.
That's why I'm hoping.
Well, that's
like
why
I
Steam
said-
has refunds. And PlayStation doesn't.
Well, you can't get a refund if you buy it on CD keys. Oh, that's Origin though. It's only $42.99, but that's
right,
Origin.
but they have a Steam key and an
Yeah,
Origin key.
I gotta find the Steam one. Hang on. Dead Space remake.
Just go to CD keys and type it in.
I'm here. Steam is $55.49.
Hey, it went up. How much is on Origin? 40?
$42.99.
Wow.
And then what's this one here? There's another one. Yeah, that's EA again. But yeah, $55.49 for Steam. That's still not bad.
No.
And the digital deluxe is $66.49.
It's
But
still
I'm gonna
cheaper
wait
than
till
the console. The
I'm gonna
standard
wait
on
till
console.
the day and see what happens with other things. And
I know there's
I
that
got-
10% discount if you have Game Pass. You get it for
Right.
$63.99. And apparently Sony's doing the same deal too. If you buy digital, you
okay,
get $63.99
that's not too bad.
on PSN. But you gotta buy digital.
We'll see what happens with that one, but I'll play it in some
It
capacity.
looks like
so-
it's gonna be a PC game for me.
yeah. I mean,
The
why
game is
not?
very
It's
hard.
fine.
Or at
What,
least the original one was.
What day again is that? I want to see if it's gonna come out.
27th is so next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday.
Okay, so we won't be talking about it next week. We'll
It should
talk
have
about
came
the
out on
week
Friday
after.
the 13th. What were they thinking?
It is kind of weird because January is already a slow month, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Yep. So there's your info on that.
Did you pre-order the collector's edition RE4 remake?
Yeah, I did. The night of the showcase, I did that.
I love my physical copies.
Hopefully it comes through. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled, but we'll see. We'll see what the fuck happens.
Get
So
ready,
technically,
Caleb.
I don't get anything until I have it in my hands, and FedEx gives it to me with no problems. So we'll see. We'll find out in March.
If they don't lose it in Memphis.
Exactly. Elvis might steal the package.
Dude, when I ordered all this stuff from Best Buy, and I was like, normally like just somebody delivers it. All of a sudden that night, FedEx. I was like, oh, I'm not getting any of this, but it showed up, thank God. So I got nervous.
I'm gonna hug my RE4 physical copy.
Don't get too intimate with it.
Yeah,
You don't wanna
and
break
then when
it.
you trade it in the GameStop, tell the guy I hug this thing.
Oh, I'll
Yeah, no,
hug it too.
That statue is going to be awesome. It's going to be cool to have it if you have all the other, editions too. That's why I told RWK because he bought that collector's edition from
Then
you.
who would
you know?
sell them? I don't know.
You have to pay out the ass.
Didn't me and
for
you
it.
get one from
Yeah,
my,
it's
my
scalper
guy?
time.
Me and you got one, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
I got one from
I-
my
I
guy.
tried to- somebody
Remember,
else.
I tried to get the extra ones, and then they all got canceled.
Yeah,
So,
you scalper, you reseller.
how dare you?
That it should be a gamble. What am I reading?
I don't
talk
know.
Shit. Nobody talks shit. We talk shit about Memphis.
I said you're gonna have to pay out the ass. Is that what you mean?
Pay out
Alright.
the ass.
Okay. We got some info about Callisto Protocol. It only sold around 2 million copies.
Cover your
and-
ears, Anthony.
And it costs $162 million to develop. So it was a commercial flop as far as.
And if you bought the season
Value.
pass, you ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna put any more money into it.
This is why you don't buy the season pass for any game until you see how it does.
Right.
When
And
it
you know,
does well, buy the season
right.
pass.
And it's a shame. Like obviously, like, you know, still doesn't change my opinion of the game, however it sells or does. You know what I mean? If
it
people
will
liked
change
it.
your opinion.
But the thing is like, you know, I think
Oh my God.
I think it got a lot of you know, people that were it got a lot of bad press, pretty much. And justifiably so because of how it launched. And I think that didn't help. And
Put his
He
head in the
launched a new-
panini press. Change his opinion.
He launched a new IP at 70. That was pretty ballsy too.
You
Which
know
didn't
what
help.
really
Yeah.
you know what fucked that whole thing up? You launched a new IP at 70. It did not have smart delivery. So they already fucked everybody over on that deal for either machine.
yeah, what the fuck was that about?
And then you know, the problems that I had, and they still haven't fixed some of the problems. What are you guys laughing at now?
Sorry,
problems-
I saw that. I just completely lost it. He says VB says now the sound guy's not going to get paid.
Oh,
Oh
exactly.
my God.
It's on
I'm-
sale.
I'm
How
about-
else get paid?
I'm about 2 hours till the end.
Right.
I have like a chapter and a half left, and I'm done with the game.
Yeah.
So I'm still
You're right
enjoying it. I was playing it the other day. I
Yeah,
gotta finish
I mean, you know, it does suck this happened. We won't get a sequel. You know what I mean? But you know, it's the same thing with like movies. Like some movies bombed, but sometimes you go see them and you're like, yeah, that's actually pretty good.
You know what's funny though? For all the people that hate this game, you know what I'm reading? Okay, it bombed, so now put it on Game Pass. It's like, so they really want to play it, but they don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, they don't want to pay the top dollar.
Even though the game sucks, they still want to play it.
They want to take. They feel like they're missing out. It's the FOMO, Perry. You know, fear of missing out.
What really fucked this game over? It should have debuted at $39.99. If you threw smart delivery in, $49.99. And they should have just left it, and people would have been like, "Wow, it's cheap. It's a brand new game. You know, let's buy it." They would have probably made more money. Even if it had problems, people probably would have stuck by it. But the minute that you drop it at 70 and then you have the balls not to put smart delivery on it. And then, you know what they did the other day with Callisto on the Xbox store? They put the $90 edition on sale for $77. And then they put the Xbox One version on sale for, what was it, $37.99? But the Series X version didn't get a price cut. And then the day after that, they dropped the price of the Series X version. So they tried to like sandwich you into buying either the really crappy version or the more expensive edition. And I don't know what changed their minds, but the day after that, they finally put the standard edition on sale for the Series X. So I don't know, man. But whatever. If you could get this game for a lot cheaper than 70, I would do it. I think it should have debuted at 40, and I think ultimately it's a $20 game. So if you can wait, Black Friday will probably be $10. So it's not a bad game either. So if you want, check it out. The problem is it just didn't match up with the price.
Yeah,
Problems
exactly.
and everything that it had. It was a good IP. It was a good game. But the issues that they had that they still can't fix, I don't know why. What's taking them so long? Now they're never going to fix it. So you just got to wait it out. It's definitely a game to purchase at a cheap price. I would say that. Probably be paying $20 on Black Friday. You might get it for cheaper than that before Black Friday. You know, I said Black Friday because that's the target, but it'll probably drop. If they lost all this money, they're going to need to make money back somehow. And charging people $70 for it all year ain't going to work. And by the way, it was only on sale for 3 days. They put it on sale on a Friday, and Sunday was the last day.
The weekend sale.
I agree. I think everyone would have bid at like $40. I mean, I would have picked it up. Sure, why not? At that price,
Callisto
it's just a little too ambitious.
It's pretty funny how they changed the healing animation from 10 seconds to 3 seconds. Thank God they did.
Yeah. No, they made little improvements with the
Yes.
game since there's been like 3 or 4 updates on the Xbox alone. One of them being the night it dropped, right? So it's definitely I think that all kind of just was a big ball of crap that kind of was a cloud that was over the game that really stunted it, you know.
So if you bought it digital, on Xbox, the chapter below, which is what Dreadpool was on, and it kept crashing on him, the digital version keeps crashing.
That's the version I.
on that
I mean, that's
on
the
that
version I
chapter.
have. That's
You-
weird.
You bought it digital?
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know. The update must have broke it then.
Yeah, I was
One
gonna
of the
say that's the
updates.
thing is like I probably
I have it on
by the
disc
time
and
I
it
beat
didn't.
it,
I have it on
Right.
disc and it didn't do anything to me. I only have it on disc because I was going to send it back to freaking
Yeah, 'cause, like,
Amazon.
yeah, because by the time I played through it the third time and it was on like the third update and it was still digital, because I played through it 3 times and yeah, I didn't have any like.
Well, you know how
crashing,
you
obviously.
fix that problem, Anthony? You have to go into the settings of the game and turn off specific sound settings. And then it won't crash the game. And then when you get past the part it crashes at, you turn the sound settings back on.
Jeez.
If you look at the feedback in the Xbox reviews for that game, there's like 2 people that tell you exactly what to do to fix that problem. Anthony, much love, brother. Keep speaking the truth. And Frank, peace.
He actually said "fank."
Well, there you go.
Frank.
Frank.
See you later, dude. Thank
All
you
right,
for
Nick,
coming
thank
in.
you so
You have
much,
a good
man.
one.
Appreciate it. Take care, brother. I keep saying brother like Mimir from God of War. Ever since I played Ragnarok,
brother.
I'm going, brother. No, brother. Imagine if Capcom released Resident Evil in the same condition. Oh my god, forget it.
Oh yeah, no.
Forget it.
Especially with an
It'll be over.
established franchise with like, because this is
Thank
them coming
you.
out of the gate. Thank you. And this is them coming out of the gate with like, hey, this is our first like new IP. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's still a bummer. But I mean, I still enjoy Callisto. And then now we'll move on to Dead
I think
Space.
it's a good game. It's a different type of game, and it was good for what it was. I get more of an Alien 3 vibe with this game.
Right.
Because you got to use the stun rod's like the main weapon. You get to the gunplay towards the end of the game, but it's still not the main deal. It's still a stun rod. Like that's some hardcore shit. Like that's a good game to play. If you're thinking that, thought you were Hulk Hogan. What? Oh yeah, because of the shirt. Let's not talk about him. It's still a good game to play. It's different from Dead Space. And I think they knew that going in, but I think they used false hype. They did the Microsoft thing where they let people assume and they didn't say nothing. Because they wanted people to go out and buy it. Oh, it's like Dead Space. And then they got the game like, what is this? It was still a good game, but it wasn't Dead Space. I think that's why people went freaking bananas over that.
Yeah, it was more of a grounded horror game.
I think if they would have just came out and said what it was, I think they would have had more people interested.
They wanted to be an action shooter, and that's what Dead Space is. Dead
Right.
Space is an action horror, like, it's way more faster paced. Like, let's go. All right, things are popping out, and you're moving. You're moving down the hallway. You're turning left. You're throwing people with the stasis. You're fucking moving the puzzles. Like, it's very quick and snappy.
Let me tell you something. If you want to,
and that's why Dead Space is Dead Space.
If you're pissed off and want to relieve stress, you play this game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because you're beating
it feels
the fuck
heavy.
out of people the whole game.
Yeah. And by the time you get the skunk gun, the shotgun, the different kinds of guns you can switch to and quick shot, it's just so much more satisfying when you have a more like wider arsenal, which it kind of opens up by the time you get to the last part of the game, and it's really.
I like that one
really
level where you got to fight the boss, but it's like you activate the thing, and then it's like an underground, like you're on this platform that drills through.
Yeah.
And then you got to fight that monster that jumps on there. I like that. That was really cool.
Yeah, they definitely had some pretty cool ideas. And
now, if you play this game on PC with cheat codes, you'll have a blast.
Oh yeah.
Is there cheats for it?
Yeah, it's not
at this point. There should be, I think.
I don't think Fling has them, but his other website does.
Okay.
WebMod. They give Callisto another shot if they fix some of the issues. I want to play Callisto, but I'm just gonna want. I think he says wait at this point.
Yeah,
wait.
I want to, but I'm just gonna want.
I'm just gonna want it.
Anyway, well, it sucks. Hopefully, they figure this out.
Yeah,
because it was pretty good. I didn't beat it yet. I'm almost done with it. I'm gonna finish it, and I'll let you guys know what I think.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. We talked about this before. Returnal is coming to PC February 15th. So check that out if you haven't checked it out already.
Oh, and
Uh,
by the way, the tagline for Returnal is break the cycle, play on PC.
Oh,
So Sony's basically said fuck you to their console audience. We talked about that in the beginning of the show, though.
yeah.
Do you think now that they have like, Last of Us coming and all this shit, they're just like, all right, fuck it. We're just like all bets are off. Like
Jim
we're
Ryan
just,
said the full slate.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're getting all the games.
But look, the sooner this happens, the sooner we can again stop arguing about the whole console shit. You know what I mean? It's like they were just on PC. You can play them, and
I
that's
have
it.
Twisted Metal 2 on PC, which goes for like $400. Sony was putting games on PC a long time ago.
Right.
Sony made games for Sega CD. Sony made games for Super Nintendo. Sony made games for Sega Genesis.
The chips are in some of the Super Nintendo
Image
cartridges.
yeah, but that's different. That's the manufacturing thing. But Sony ImageSoft made a lot of games for other consoles over the years. But these stupid fanboy guys don't understand. They would never put their games on another console. They've been for fucking almost 30 years. So, Sony ImageSoft, I think they did Cliffhanger for Super Nintendo.
Interesting.
And Sony owns Wheel of Fortune, Ghostbusters, Jeopardy. Don't be shocked if those become exclusives one day. They won't be, but imagine if they do. They make too much money, so they won't be.
But it's kind of
Sony-
funny they license those games out.
Sony's like, fuck it, we're bailing on PC. Well, that's the thing. You guys got to stop thinking about the fanboy logic and think of the business side. The more they put their games on PC, the more money they make. And the more that money can go back into making new games. What do you think they're not making money on HBO? Hell yeah, they're making a shit ton of money off that Last of Us show. The Twisted Metal show. They're making money out the any avenue for revenue. They're gonna take. They're gonna take
It's a
all
cash-
that money.
Yeah.
It's all about the money, man. They don't care where you play or how you play, as long as they get money. Ragnarok's gonna hit PC this year. They wait 1 year. They flat out said that they wait 1 year before the big releases.
Spider-Man 2 will probably come out
Spider-Man 2 will hit
2024.
console while Ragnarok will hit PC. So, I mean, like, you guys gotta stop falling for this bullshit. They're making money. The company's making money hand over fist, and that's what you want. You want them to make as much money as possible so they can make better games.
It's part of competition,
It's competition, but also the games are starting to cost more money to make, and they need more revenues, more avenues for revenue. It's a business thing. Wolverine game in 2025, whatever. Who's to say it's even going to be good? Spider-Man's good because he could sling around. Wolverine, what are you going to do? Run around? Cut people
Ride
off?
around on a motorcycle. It'd be like Days Gone, but with Wolverine.
Yeah.
Let's not bring up that game.
Oh god.
Exclusive to these nuts? Okay. Fuck you, long time. I think the new Game Plus comes out in February for Callisto. Who's gonna play it? Like,
That might be their last update.
who's gonna play it? All right. What next?
Pretty much the only other big thing to talk about is Tlu, the show. We all watched it,
That's
I
the
believe.
last thing out of all this news this week.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much talked about the Xbox stuff with the cuts and all the other crap.
Bob Barker is trending, but he's not dead. That's
Wait,
what it
what?
says when you click on it.
I thought he was dead already.
No, he's 100. He's 99 years old.
Oh, that's amazing. James Earl Jones turned 92 also.
Yeah, he was trending too, and he's still alive.
Yep.
Well, we have Power Rangers coming back on April 19th. Mighty Morphin Power
Yes.
Rangers.
Nick's birthday. The hell?
Well, we're having a viewing party here. I will show a photo real quick. Yeah, Billy and Zach morphed, ready to go.
I cannot wait.
I can't wait either.
They still look great.
You still got, so for the first time ever, Zach is going to team up with Rocky and Catherine. Zach left the show before they debuted.
Yep.
Here's a picture of them morphing. They will be morphing again. It's the first time Billy's morphed since 1995.
You're getting back Alpha.
Alpha
right?
5 is also involved, and you have a fight now. I believe this is going to be a flashback right here. It shows the Green Ranger, and people are like, oh, they're disrespecting the Green. It's like they filmed it before all that happened.
Yeah, it's like, dude, this shit was already like edited and done.
Yeah, it was
when
in
that
the
happened.
can.
Done.
And there's, the original Pink Ranger. There's controversy because she said, I didn't say no, but I didn't like what they offered me, so I didn't do it. And people are like, oh, you better tell us why. It's like, she doesn't have to tell you anything. Nobody has to tell you anything. So there you go. It's going to be on Netflix on April 19th. And we're getting a viewing party. So Ludwin and Jeff, I think Jeff said he's going to come up for it. Hopefully Ludwin comes up because he's a big fan. He's been waiting for this for a long time. He's a big fan of Billy. Now Billy's back. And you get Alpha 5, and the voice of Rita Repulsa is also going to be involved in this. So there you go.
I want to watch it with you because you're like the guide. Like
Well,
you'll be like, oh yeah,
this is
happened.
going to be
and
the
this
biggest event. I've been waiting forever for this show. We heard
Yeah.
about this show years ago. David Yost wrote the script for this about 5 years ago. And he was hoping somebody would pick it up, and they did.
It's gonna be nuts.
I can't wait. Austin St. John, yes, he couldn't leave the country. This was filmed in New Zealand. So the rumor is because of his current situation, he couldn't leave the country. Said that, well, he wasn't in it anyway. I think they lowballed him because right before his whole situation, people asked him about Power Rangers. He's like, I want to move on from that, and he was never like that. So I think they lowballed him, and he was just like downplaying it. Maybe he was upset about the whole thing because he's been involved in a lot of it. He was involved in 2018. He was in the big 25th anniversary reunion. So, and by the way, he went out like an OG character, man. He went out like a G, I guess, right? That's what they say in the streets. Did his final Falcon Zord fatality on the guy, and that was it. He saved the day. But there you go.
It's cool. It's coming back. You know what I mean? I think it's some things just take a while, and sometimes when everything lines up and it finally, comes out, you just want it to be everything you want it to be. You know what I mean? There's a lot of expectations, but it's impossible to not have them when you're a fan of something for so long. So.
Well, Billy never got his due. When I was a kid, me and Ryan used to watch all the time. Mario as well, and Ludwig. And Billy was like being prepped to become the Gold Ranger, and then they did a storyline with that because he literally walked off the set and never came back. So they were prepping that, and he was going to have a big role in that Turbo movie that came out, and that was all scrapped because he walked off the set and he had a personal situation. But we were like, man, Billy's like the guy, and then they squashed him. It's like, when Vince McMahon pushes somebody, and you're like, that guy is going to be the next champion. And all of a sudden they get rid of the guy. You're like, what happened? They kind of did that with him. So there you go.
I can't wait for them to explain what he's been up to.
Yeah, they had him leave. He married a fish.
I've been having weird fish relations, but I'm back now.
And I'm like, what the hell were they? Even as kids, we were like, what are they doing with this guy? and Zach left in season 2, and he's returning. He hasn't morphed since 1994. So these guys are all back. Rocky, Adam, and Aisha will be on there, so the Stone Canyon crew is back. Alpha 5 is back. For a long time, nobody knew what happened to Alpha 5.
Zed.
They had 6 and 7. I don't know if Zed's involved. He's running around still.
Oh, I hope they bring him in.
So we'll find out. I know Rita's voice is back, so we will see what they do here. You guys talk about the Last of Us show? No. Okay, so The Last of
That's
Us
the
show.
last thing we got on the docket. Yeah, is the big old topic of this shit here.
So here's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people that didn't play the game love the show because it's HBO. My wife loved the show, but she's never played the game. I had to kind of explain to her what was going on, but they changed a few things, and even I said, hey, that's not supposed to be like that. A couple of key things they changed. And all I'm hearing online is, oh, it's very faithful to the game. I'm like, no, it's not. They changed 2 key plots in the fucking movie, in the first show. So, I still liked it. I'm still going to watch it every week. And by the way, The Mandalorian comes out right around my birthday. Isn't that a nice
Yep.
little gift?
That's going to be awesome.
The trailer was kind of lackluster, but I'm going to give it a fair shake. They never really steered us wrong with Mandalorian. Not yet. I thought it was all right. They changed a couple of things plot wise, and I'm like, okay, where are they going to take this? Because apparently it's backwards, Anthony. What did you think of that?
What do you mean backwards?
Well, I'm going to give a spoiler here. There's my ice. Ellie knows that she's important, and Joel doesn't. Whereas in the game, Joel knows she's important, and she has no idea.
Yeah.
So that was a twist that they twisted around.
Yeah, and they also made it take place in 2003, which is stupid. Really
And
makes
then
no sense.
they fast
why
forward
did
to
that.
20, what was it? 2023?
2023 because they wanted to make it in present.
Well,
But
you know why?
2013,
You know why you do
you
that? It costs less money to get the old cars and stuff like that.
well,
They
but the
want to
thing
make
is
it
that,
easier for them.
but in the game, it takes place 20 years after 2013. So
Yeah,
they
I know.
wouldn't have had to go back. It would have just been like modern shit anyway. It's just, they just did it because they just wanted to do it. And
Right.
it doesn't really make much sense in my mind so far because the technology advancements literally from 2003 to 2013 were completely fucking different. Like we came so far between. So how did the Fireflies become what they are? If you're saying, and they had all this research when you're saying, oh yeah, 2003, it just seemed like tacked on, to me personally. You know what I mean?
And Tess was like called by the lady. What was her name again? The one that has Ellie?
Marlene.
Marlene.
Yeah.
And they knew the mother of Ellie. It was like a favor that they had to do. Like, can you take
Well, that was in
or
the
whatever?
that was in the game. Marlene did
In the
know
game.
Ellie. Yeah, yeah.
But in the show, it's a different story. She's like captured.
Yeah, it's weird how they get introduced. And the
different.
fact that and the fact that like, you know, Joel already had this like weird kind of moment where he flashed back to, you know, the intro with his daughter and stuff like that. But it's like, why would he be having these flashbacks and feelings for her already? Like, it takes a while for him to actually get, you know, to look at Ellie as something more than just cargo that they're transporting and almost dying for, you know? So I don't really know. Like I said, I know a lot of people liked it, and that's fine. You know, a lot of people
RWK,
on
she
my
was
channel liked
fired.
it too.
She's not coming back.
But the thing is that I think, and that's fine. A lot of people liked it on my channel, and just a lot of people that I know liked it, and that's fine. I just thought as the first episode, it just kind of felt like the performances were a lot better in the game. Like, it just felt like some of the shit was just kind of flat. I'm not going to say like as the whole series as a whole, like, no, I haven't seen certain key
Yeah,
points
we haven't
that
seen
are
the whole thing yet.
But judging from just the first episode, I think that's at least fair to say that I just thought that it didn't really hit me as hard as like the other performances. Now, again, I get that, you know, they're going to be different. They're going to add different things. Like, you know, like Tommy is this redneck alcoholic dude who gets thrown in jail. That doesn't happen in the original. He's not ex-military either. That is something they just changed. No reason. They just changed it and they made him more of an asshole. Tommy wasn't really an asshole, but you could tell that they had history in the game after they, you know,
Well,
had all that stuff.
I like how it's the day before, so you see what transpires up to where you get into the game. And by the way, that was nice how they got the curtains like in the
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
screen of the game.
Yeah, they did a lot of callbacks. You know what I mean?
But I like how they show you the day before the night, because I told my wife, I was like, yeah, at nighttime she's gonna wake up and see
Right.
he's not home.
The one thing they could have cut out was the whole beginning about them explaining everything in the 60s. I think some of that was not really necessary because the unknown factor of what's happening in Last of Us is what you have to unravel and find out. And
They
them just
probably
kind
did
of
that
like
just for HBO.
they probably did they did it for casuals that don't know what
Yeah.
this is about. Like you said, like they have a lot of stuff in here. The Resident Evil movies do the same, and all these other video game stuff does the same, where they have to, because again, it's a cash cow. They're trying to make money. They don't care about the fans. Even though it seems like, again, they're trying to do faithful stuff, they always have that other side, side punch in there that just, you're like, why did they do that? They didn't have to do that. It was pretty unnecessary. But it was an hour and a half. It got into pretty much where they're transporting Ellie if you played the games. And that's kind of where it stopped. But, I don't know. I just thought some of the performances were just kind of flat, and it just didn't really have that, like, I don't know if I was expecting more. Maybe my expectations are too high.
Actually,
Maybe
Stevie
it's
Mac,
impossible.
Druckmann did actually have a lot of hands-on for this show. This was his dream, was to get on like HBO or in the theaters. So he's been a lot of hands-on on this project. And there's a rumor he's going to leave Naughty Dog for HBO. That rumor was out there before the show premiered.
Well, the problem is that if they do season 2 as the second game, we have a problem. And that's where
I think
going.
they're going to twist it on people.
Well, if there's a time to do it, I guess do it in the show, but it's not going to unravel what you just did in the game. You just shit on the fans.
The game
you
is
still
fucked.
give them the middle finger.
The game is fucked, and they might even just abandon the game at this point. They'll make a third game for sure, but I think that they're going to wrap that up. The show, if it keeps doing high numbers, man, they're going to keep this going. And maybe they'll do the thing where to throw everybody off, where he goes to get her, he kills what's her name again?
Abby?
No. The lady he kills at the end of the game, Marlene. Maybe he kills her and spares the doctor. And then there's no Abby.
Yeah, that's
Abby
in
a different way.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one time to do it differently, I guess, if you're going to do it. But I just...
they're going to make the second game for PS5. They're going to remaster, redo.
Yeah, exactly.
The Last was Part 2.
And then Neil Druckmann will be like, all right, here's Part 3. And then that's going to come out.
Here's my beautiful game, The Last of Us 3. You will buy it.
No matter what. And
then Ellie gets killed in the first 10 minutes. And then you play as the little baby that had a man's head.
Yeah, it's like...
that was a full-blown man's head on that baby in Part 2. That was Ken Kudaragi's head on that baby.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's the one thing, too. Like, I really... Yeah, I don't know. It was just... I'm going to download it. I'll check it out, like, each week.
We don't have HBO, okay?
Yeah, neither do I.
So that should tell you something.
Yeah, so I'll just download it, and I'll let you guys know what I think when it's, like, done, and I can judge it as a whole and compare it to the game, The first episode just didn't do much for me. That doesn't mean, like... I don't know. It just... Again, a lot of people just think that, like, I'm going in with these preconceived notions because of how I feel about Naughty Dog nowadays. And it's like, dude, like, no.
Let's just admit it. They fucked up the game, and we're pissed about it. That's it. And instead of listening to the fan base, they said, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, man. How are they going
to... That's what I'm saying, man.
If they follow the game, there's no way they could kill this guy. He's the star of the show.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Unless they'll keep him the star for season 1, Perry, and then they'll immediately take him out in season 2 if they decide to do that. See,
I think they're going to twist it on everybody, and they're going to keep him on. The minute you get rid of him, it's over. Like, there's no show.
Yeah, and he's... I don't know. They just made it like weird. Like Joel's pills, he's pill popping and boozing. It's like he didn't do that. He's not Max Payne. This isn't Max Payne 3. You know what I mean? Like I saw that and I'm just like, okay. Like I understand they're like, oh, we have to add more character layers for our TV show, but it's like that's not Joel. Like Joel was always sober. Yeah, he always had to deal with shit, but he wasn't like sitting there like Max Payne, painkillers, alcohol. Like that's Max Payne. That's not Joel Miller. You know what I mean? So I don't fucking know. Like things like that. Again, why did you do that? Why are you doing that? So I see things like that in the first episode and I scratch my head. And even Callie was just like, and she's seen the game entirely. She's just like, that was kind of flat. And I was like, I don't know. Yeah, it just didn't really hit me like it should have, I guess, or like how this was anticipated. And I didn't see much of the trailers. I only saw like that little like 20-second
You know what I
clip
think
they
it
first
is?
put
The
out.
casuals saw that beginning with the daughter getting killed, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is art." And it's like we've known this for 10 years. Like, you know what I mean?
And it was done better, in my opinion, in the game because it was more subtle. Like they played it really over dramatic, and she's breathing all heavy. It's like the way it works in the game. She literally gets shot. Joel turns and she cries and fades away, and it's just subtle. And that's literally what Neil Druckmann directed them to do in the original fucking cutscene. And then
Right,
here we
but
are,
it's
and this thing's
HBO.
all like Hollywood over dramatic, and it's just like it's inevitable. I get it, but sometimes I think this shit should just stay a video game and not a fucking movie. I don't know. That's just my hot take on it. If people liked it, that's cool. I just wasn't really like into it, but I'll keep watching it each week and I'll see if I change my mind by the time it's done. I think it's like 10 episodes or some shit, so we'll see. People like our guy over at Electric Playground, he saw the whole thing already because they send people the whole
critics the whole
season.
thing.
Yeah. And
Victor
yeah,
Lucas.
so Victor Lucas, yes. I just blanking on the name. But yeah, so I will watch it each week. I'll download it and I'll let you know what I think by the end of it.
I can't imagine him ever getting mad. I mean, there was a review that he got really mad at. I forgot what it was. Was it Callisto or Gotham?
Yeah.
He was
I think
pissed.
it was both. He was pretty upset about Gotham too.
He was pissed. And I was like, wow, I didn't think you could ever get this guy mad.
Yeah.
Also, what have I heard? Got rid of the spores?
Yeah, there's no spores in the show, which is like a thing about how, you know, they couldn't breathe them in. Remember in the game you'd have to put on the gas mask and you couldn't breathe it in and stuff like that. That's how that is like that was like a crucial way of like, you know, trying to maneuver around. And Ellie in the game, she could breathe in spores because she's immune.
She's immune.
Yeah, so that is like a weird. Again, why did you, Neil Druckmann? You're writing this show. You're writing this with another dude. Why did you change it? I don't know. I feel like if you sat him in a room and asked him these things, he'd just be like, "Oh, I don't know. I just wanted to change it." And it's like,
but don't worry, you could join me for The Last of Us 3.
Part 3. Yeah, yeah. Ellie will have 3 fingers. She'll be playing guitar, and that's it.
She's got 3 fingers because it's the 3rd game, Anthony.
Oh yes, there we go. That all comes full circle.
Is she gonna hold her fingers up and it says Part 3?
That's gonna be the cover.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. But look, Frank, what did you've been silent this whole time. What do you think about this?
I thought it was good, but like you said, the acting was a little crappy. I mean, they'll come into their own. Pilots are always like bad to me. Like if you watch the first episode of Star Trek Next Generation, you'd be like, dude, I'm never watching that show again. By the time you get halfway through the season, they come into their own. They get chemistry together, and you know. So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I like that some of the scenes were literally ripped right out of the game. Like Perry said, like the window and like some of the stuff.
Those shots were good. The budget's
good.
there, man. HBO is gonna they have the dough. It's not gonna look cheap. It's not gonna look like a fan film. You know, this is gonna look good. And that's the one thing I liked about it. I liked the set designs. I liked, you know, how you can see you're starting to see the post-apocalyptic world. Like flash forward, you see all the damage and like the lived-in cities that are like decaying. Like stuff like that looks great. I mean, they really did a good job at paying attention, you know, to that
show
stuff.
like 10 episodes or something? 13
I think so. Yeah, 10 episodes, 9 or 10 episodes. Something like that.
You got a lot more left, man.
Are we gonna see the giraffe next week?
I think we'll see the giraffe probably. I would say maybe like episode 8 or 9 because that's like right towards the tail end when they get to the hospital. So maybe, you know, there according to critics that, you know, seen the whole thing, they just said they felt a couple episodes felt rushed. Overall, but when you look at this thing online, it's like 95% this and that. So like
9 episodes, okay.
I get that like people are, you know, going to be just seeing positive stuff, but I just try to be like honest, like just being a fan about how I feel about it. But it's fine because if other fans like it and play the game, you know, that's cool. Some people, it makes them go back and want to play the game, you know, and we were talking about that earlier. So again, it's all good. It works both ways. Like you said, Sony's making money. They want people to get into the game. They want people to play it on PC when it comes out too. So it's like this is
And
all
they're
part of
offering
the
a
cycle.
2-hour preview on PS5.
Right. So so they really want you to get on that. So I'm gonna watch it each week again. I'm just gonna reserve my judgment for the whole show. And I think enough people are asking me about it each week, so I think I have no choice but to stay in the loop now, because it's like I don't want to like not be, I guess, for a property that like I'm familiar with, you know what I mean? So but yeah. That's my take on Last of Us, but if people like it, that's all good. A lot, like literally 99.9% of my chat liked it, so it's all good. We can agree to disagree on some
Of
stuff.
course they
At
will.
least on the first episode. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna say like, oh, this is how I feel definitively.
If it
The
was an
actors
Xbox
suck, you know?
TV show, they would hate it.
Right? Yeah, it might not even get past 5 episodes. You know what I mean? Let's be honest, but we'll see. We'll see what the hell they end up, green lighting for a season 2 and where they end up taking it.
It's
And,
gonna
I
get a
guess we'll
season
see.
2. Those numbers that they just hit the other day.
Oh yeah, second
season
highest
2.
from House of the Dragon. Yeah, that's like they're already. You knew they know with these properties that's already going to happen. That's why they're already making a season 2. Like they're already probably on their way.
I
of planning.
cannot wait for Twisted Metal though. I think that's gonna be the show right there.
Will be Samoa Joe as Sweet Tooth.
Nev Campbell's Raven.
Nev Campbell,
which
yeah.
Raven looks exactly like her if you look it up.
Yeah,
Raven from Black.
Yeah, that again. I like
Will
the fact
Arnett
that
is in it. Nobody knows who he's
Yeah.
playing yet. I mean,
I like him too.
it's got a fucking star-studded cast. That's gonna be a great TV show, man.
Yeah, and I really like the fact that there's a lot of like there's a lot of places where they can take Twisted Metal because it has such a like crazy story. They can really kind of wrap a bunch of characters. Like Twisted Metal's more like you got to get a bunch of these characters to appear and like have them have enough time.
It'll
So I
be
wonder
like
how
a
they're going to
Mad
do
Max
that.
type thing, probably.
I was going to say, right? Like each character will just roll in and roll out for each episode, like each environment, they can do a lot of
and
cool
then
shit with
season
that.
2, like Darkseid will show up or Minion, and then it's
Yes.
I mean, at
Have
the end of season
boss,
1,
like the boss battles or something,
Minion
like,
will roll in, and Calypso will like shit his pants, and then that's
yeah.
the cliffhanger for season 2.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not going to say that, we haven't been getting, there has been exceptions of some good video game adaptations in recent years. We've also got a lot of shitty ones.
Yeah.
The new Mortal Kombat was shitty. Resident Evil Netflix was shitty. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City was
All
shitty.
Resident Evil movies are shit. I mean, we just gotta face the facts here.
Right, but the Silent Hill movie that they're also working on, like you have
it's
like
bullshit.
you have this resurgence of video game movies that are coming out.
Well,
Mario Brothers, Sonic.
Mario will be good. Sonic will be good. Zelda, Illumination's making a Zelda movie whenever that comes out. That's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, video games are back, man. See, Hollywood went from doing all the comic book shit, now they're jumping into video game shit. And they're gonna run with that for 10 years, and then they'll jump into the next thing. So.
Yeah.
Well, and that's doing the voice of Sweet Tooth, and Samoa Joe's the body. Yeah, we knew Joe was the body, but I didn't know who was doing the voice. So if it's Will Arnett doing a voice, that's cool, but I'd rather see Will Arnett on screen. Monster
Yeah, that'd be
Hunter was
cool.
pure shit. Monster Hunter. Fuck Monster Hunter.
Oh, the movie? Yeah,
movie.
that wasn't good. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Persona is getting more games on Xbox. Remember we were told
Oh,
that Xbox would never have
We'll
games
never
like
come
Persona?
out.
It'll never come to Xbox.
Will never come to Xbox. Yeah, no, and they're X enhanced.
Never.
That's what I say about that one.
Amazon's doing a Fallout show. Good for them.
Yeah, they were shooting that.
Whenever it comes
They
out.
literally were shooting that like 5 minutes down the road here.
That's an
You know,
Xbox show
think
that
a
we
year
can-
ago.
That needs to
We
be a
can all
movie,
hate
not
on.
a fucking TV show. They brought
I don't
a
know.
whole
That's
new-
the problem with the shows, right? It's like when they're starting to do these video game stuff as shows, and it's like
'Cause it's
that could be a
content
good
for
and
the
a bad
streaming.
thing. It's content, but it's also just like the longevity of it, depending on the source material. Like Last of Us has a steady, long, lengthy thing. They're fine. But something like, if they had like a Mortal Kombat show, like, okay, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? You have to have someone that can really make a snappy
Mortal
season.
Kombat
and have,
would work if they did it this way. You know, like the tower when you start the game.
yeah.
Each episode is okay. Liu Kang's fighting Kano. Next episode, and the whole
Yeah, like
episode
throw
is
us into the
him
tournament.
getting
Yeah.
prepared for Kano. The
That
next
would be so
episode,
cool.
yeah, is Johnny Cage preparing to beat the shit out of I don't know, Scorpion, and that's the next episode. Like they can do this, but they just don't.
It would be more than the Mortal Kombat 2021 movie.
They can't get
You
it
know what I
down.
mean?
Like what do you mean? There was like a new guy. Jesus was telling me there's a new guy.
Yes, the new guy. Yep, Cole.
And the guy sucked
And
ass.
that's who they focus. Yep, and they focused it on. There wasn't an actual tournament in the whole thing.
I didn't know
has-
that. I have
like,
it
they
in 4K and I never watched it.
They're just getting to the actual, by the end of it, they're like, okay, now we're going to try to actually get into the tournament. And then, I don't know if they're going to make a sequel, because this obviously, it was kind of released as a hybrid, in the theaters as well. So I don't know what the hell their plan is with that, but that was really underwhelming. Really
The
underwhelming.
90s Mortal Kombat show wasn't that bad. Dude, it was on Channel 2 at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
I liked the Mortal Kombat 90s film, you know what I mean? For what it was. It's cheesy,
He's
but
talking
it's
about
funny.
the show.
Oh, the show.
There was a show on CBS at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Right.
And it had real people, and I was like confused. And I was a hardcore fan. There's nothing on the store. 4 headsets and control. Stop looking at the store on the dashboard. Go to Xbox.com and they have 1 million headsets. And RWK, every fucking retailer has like 1,000 controllers. Stop looking on the dashboard. They still have Xbox Ones on the dashboard that you can't buy. They haven't updated that dashboard in a long time. The world's they're not losing controllers. You can go buy 50 controllers right now at Target or Best Buy.
They're all stock at like Amazon and Best.
They have a ton of them. The Xbox store on the dashboard has nothing.
It's limited
Go to
on what they sell.
Xbox.com and they have everything there. 90s Mortal Kombat show, I read that. I think they should redo a show based on the first 3 games, like Season 1, Season... Yeah, but they're never going to get it right. Resident Evil should just not be a show or a movie or anything until they figure it out. The problem is Capcom wants money. And they're just like, who wants it? And some random guy's like, I want it. Like, all right, give me the money. Yeah,
they're
I
in
got
bed
money.
with Screen Gems, because they always...
Now we can make Chris a banking accountant.
Yeah, and they can have, again,
and we'll make
they love
Wesker
Screen Gems.
Redfield and Chris Albert. We'll change the names around.
Because, Screen Gems is, obviously Sony owned, and they always make deals with Capcom to focus on those genre-specific movies.
The Miz will never be Johnny Cage. He could go fuck himself.
Miz.
So.
Fuck the Miz. He was trying hard to be Johnny Cage, what, like 3 years ago? He don't care anymore. Fuck the Miz. Fuck WWE. Fuck AEW. Bring back WCW and ECW. Barry Sandwich. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have any questions in the chat room?
Questions?
Once again, shout out to Grayson for giving me the info on 343.
Yeah, that's really great.
Deadpool
Because then
is
you let
coming.
all of us know.
Ryan Reynolds has VIP'd for some award show. Hugh Jackman is returning. Yeah, we knew that. That's not breaking news.
How huge is he?
Huge Jackman. Oh, 24 minutes ago. Isn't this interesting?
Uh-oh.
Persona 3, 4, and 5 are available on Game Pass.
Oh.
There you go.
So not
They
only
must
do they
never.
have these games, they have them for free on their service.
It's a lie. They will never come to Game Pass. or
Remember we were told that? PlayStation
I
has a better
remember.
system because Persona's not on it? I mean, Persona's on it and it's not on Xbox?
Blow it out.
We were told that for years, and we explained to the person that they're working on getting them on there, and they said, no, they're not. Yes, they were, because they got them.
Ain't that something?
Ghostbusters Remastered is $5.25 on Steam with the Games Planet flash sale.
It's a great game.
Deck verified. Telling you guys. So, I mean, what? I don't know, man. The news about the Xbox thing, and it seems like that deal's in big trouble too because the EU is coming out now. They want more concessions.
Which is ridiculous because what else can they give them?
They might have to abandon that deal.
I don't know. One day
don't
it
know.
looks good, the next day it doesn't. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I hope it just goes through already, just so we don't have to hear about it. But yeah, every day it's like the drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always some shit.
The drama of this deal.
At this point, if it happens, I'll be happy. If not, it is what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Not that I ever have, but.
Lucid Games of Destruction All Stars, Apex Legends, and PGA Tour is now assisting Rare making Sea of Thieves. Says Chloe
Really?
Real on Twitter. Yeah, there you go.
Huh.
So Sea of Thieves is probably going to get fucked up.
Probably.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Looks like Xbox, looks like they're not going to be, we have to see what happens with them. It looks like they kind of gave up, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It's almost like the series consoles are just little PCs. Like, oh, we'll just let them put games on it and you can play it. Like,
That Halo thing was a big blow, though.
yeah, it's a huge
really
blow.
need to do something with Halo because it's not good.
I think, like you said, just give it to Bethesda or something and just restart.
Yeah, but they need to come out and like make a statement about that.
Well, they should. Yeah, I mean, they got to say something.
By the way, Kojima is working with A24, which is down the street. There's a picture of him in front of the A24 building.
Oh. That's it.
The Scream
He's
trailer
working with
comes
him.
out later today.
Yep.
You got Ghostface walking into a bodega with a sawed-off shotgun, killing people.
Yep.
Completely not what Scream is, but
I was gonna say, did he ever use guns? Like, besides at the end of?
yeah, at the end of the movies he did, but not during the film. Not like
yeah.
as the kills were going on.
Right.
But Kevin Williamson, who created the franchise, said that he likes where it's going.
Okay.
So we will see if he's bullshitting or what.
Yeah, and we'll let you know.
Usually
what
he
we
doesn't
exactly
lie to the
do.
fans, but we will see. Look at James Cameron. The guy lies all the time now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, people question. I think MythBusters debunked the whole fucking ending of Titanic.
Oh, really?
And now Cameron is like funded. He spent millions of dollars trying to prove everybody that the ending is correct.
You see, he's re-releasing that again.
Yeah,
he's
I
putting
know.
it out,
and he's putting out the documentary of him trying to prove to people that that's how the ending would have been.
Come on, it's a damn
Yeah.
movie.
Well, because
He
he's
also
got to
did
look
that-
like he's right.
Yeah, and he's also petty because you realize that he also he re-released Avatar 1 again just so it can beat the Avengers, so it didn't topple over his top grossing film. Like he literally put it out like right when, like as soon as it was announced that it was almost going to beat Avatar, he's like, "Oh, re-release right before 2." Here you go.
Good night, buddy. Yeah,
Take care, Jack.
Later.
and he left McGee with the bag on Salvation, and he left Victor.
He's
is it Victor
become-
Miller, or is that the guy that wrote Friday the 13th?
That's Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Tim Miller, Tom Miller,
Um,
Tim Miller, I think, right?
fuck, I think it was Tim Miller. Yeah.
He left him with
Yeah,
the
man.
bag with Dark Fate, so he screwed over two directors. in Hollywood.
He's become more full of shit. There's no denying he's made masterpieces, but there's no denying he doesn't have an ego, right?
He's like Vince.
And-
He's got no talent left now. He's getting
Yeah, it's
older
like-
and he just doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he doesn't want to accept that he's been like a has-been. Like he's not really like, hitting strike, or he's striking out. He's not hitting home runs anymore,
Am I lost or drunk? No, there's a lot of these guys are from Let's Talk Resident Evil. And we thank you
yeah.
for being here. Everyone that was here tonight, thank you. Appreciate
And
it.
most of the people in the chat are regulars anyway, so it's like most of you guys always come back, and but it's always cool. Even if we got some lurkers out there that don't talk in the chat, thank you for coming in.
Grayson says, pour one out for Halo 2001 to 2023. Well, We will see what happens. Ghostface is a bodega cat confirmed. Yeah, for real.
Oh, I love those.
What
That's
if he
my
kills a
favorite.
bodega cat with a shotgun?
Oh,
Then
no.
I will never watch Scream ever again.
James Cameron says there needs to be less testosterone in movies now. I think he's got less testosterone.
He's
Where are
old
his
enough.
balls?
Yeah, what the hell? He has no balls.
Who cut his balls off? Linda Hamilton? Did Sarah Connor fucking bobbing his balls off?
Ew.
I was gonna say we've had Linda Hamilton for years, Sigourney Weaver, Nev Campbell. We've had a bunch of that around. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's got a problem.
Yeah,
As if
I
we
think
didn't
he's.
know that
I think
already.
he's. I think he's snorting that Sony drug or something. Snorting the drugs that Sony's on. You know.
Dude, he ripped off the Smurfs, okay? He made Avatar.
Yeah.
And the Terminator movie, apparently he ripped off from Twilight Zone.
Yeah, and how is he going to turn around and like shit talk that when he's the one that was championing that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
he's
fuck
full
him.
of shit. He's full of shit. So McG, in case any of you didn't know, I already told the story 1,000 times. McG spent the weekend at Cameron's house, and they outlined all of Terminator Salvation. Because McG was like, well, and Cameron said, you should cast my guy from Avatar. And McG was like, I wasn't really planning on casting this guy, but I'll do it for you. Because you helped me outline the whole movie.
Right.
That guy became Marcus in the movie. And the movie came out, and Cameron was like, oh, it was better than I thought it was going to be. And people didn't like it, and then Cameron was like, yeah, the movie sucked. It's like, dude, you fucking wrote it. You and
it's
this
like,
guy planned out the whole film. This guy went directly to the source and said, what did this guy do? What does that guy do? What did you want to do in the first film? What did you want? They got everything down that they could. But there you go.
They still can't get it right. Or
and then they
just,
did it
you
with
know,
Dark
point
Fate.
finger.
He even got his
Yep.
ex-wife to come back and play the role. He made the phone call, not Tim Miller.
Yeah, and he seemed on board for that too.
Yeah, he was like, this is the best Terminator movie you've ever made. This is a direct sequel to T2. And he said that with Genesis.
Right.
Direct sequel to T2. This is the real Terminator 3. We've had 3 real Terminator 3s. And then he came out and said later they all sucked. So this guy, he doesn't know what he's doing. The 343 will now publishing. I can't find that report. But they says that Jason Statham will move to Xbox Publishing.
Yeah, he's
I
leaving.
can't
for
find that
sure.
343 will publish games, but I found that Statham is going to Xbox Publishing. Well, we'll see. We'll see if more information comes out. Was still way better than Dark Fate, LOL. What was? Genesis? No, it wasn't.
No.
I will take Dark
No, it
Fate.
wasn't.
I will take
Any day.
I will take.
Yeah.
And by the way, we figured something out, Anthony. We were in the chat room. If he does drapes in Dark Fate, how can he tell what color they are? He sees red.
Oh,
He
right,
sees
yeah.
in Virtual Boy
So
color.
he
Yeah.
could be putting the wrong colored drapes on everybody's house.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? How is
Oh.
he doing this now? How is that his job?
Salvation is God compared to.
Oh,
Salvation is Terminator
He
2
meant
compared to those
Salvation.
2 films.
Yeah, that's you're right on that.
Yeah, if you put Salvation aligned with those two
Salvation,
other
yeah,
ones,
yeah.
I'll take Salvation. Yeah.
I like Salvation because you finally see John Connor meet Kyle Reese.
Yeah.
And then you see Arnold as the T-800 trying to kill them. I'm like, that's beautiful. Like, that's all I needed. Forget the rest of the film. That's all I needed. I just needed that one scene.
And it tried to show the full takeover. You know what I mean? Like, we kept seeing flashbacks to it, but by the time we saw that, it was like, okay.
Well, they took one little scene from Terminator 3 when he had the fuel cell
Yeah.
and he threw it out the window in the car when they're driving in Terminator 3.
Yeah.
In Salvation, the fuel cell, John Connor sees at the end, he goes, hey, there's fuel cells over there. We can lay out this whole building because they're nuclear. That was like perfect. That was like they took something so stupid in 3 and made it like a big part in Salvation at
Right.
the end.
Yeah, because that was really Terminator 4. You know, that was really supposed to be like right after.
Yeah, Hollywood didn't like the numbers, so they called it Salvation instead of 4.
Right.
But whatever. I mean, look, people didn't
That was
like it.
before it got
People
more
liked it.
convoluted.
People had
'Cause it's
feelings
just
about
more
it,
confusing.
but the thing was, it was part of a trilogy that just never got finished. So then you got Genesis, which was a disaster. Anything with Jai Courtney is crappy. Which
And eyebrows.
where do you even hear from that guy anymore, right? Eyebrows, she quit the business.
You called her eyebrows.
Dark Fate, it's a good little twist of a movie, but it just didn't hit the right. And Sarah Connor kills a person in that movie.
Yeah.
She's against killing people, and she twisted the guy's head and killed him.
She's a straight animal.
Completely out of character.
And
And
I
this
thought she was the
guy-
best part of that movie.
This guy has the drapes and everything, and then he's dead at the end, and he's got a family, and
We said some nasty things about that. You gotta tune into the live streams if you want to hear some nasty stuff.
Shanta. When is the new Deadpool? I think this year or next year. Any questions or comments before we go? I'm going to try to look for some news, but I think that might be it for tonight.
I've been looking for stuff too,
I
but
still got to do the garbage.
let me check Falling Down, even though I checked before.
Kena Bridge of Spirits is only $17.99 on PSN.
That's a nice game.
Not bad of a price.
No.
Let's see what's coming out.
Like I said before, not that this pertains to anybody really but me, unless you're a Star Trek fan. They're putting the rest of the Star Trek movies out on 4K in April or something.
Oh, okay.
So the rest of them will finally get put out.
So Cloverfield just hit 4K this week, along with They Live. They have a steelbook of that.
I got that They Live steelbook because I never saw the movie.
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither.
It's so good. It's so good.
Roddy Piper.
So damn good. Yeah, I might have to grab that because, that's just such a great movie.
My dad actually told me it was really good and wants to rewatch it. So I was like, well, let me just get
nice.
it because I've never seen it. So he saw it.
All I have to say is the fight scene with Roddy Piper and Keith David, and you'll love that. That is like one of the greatest, like, longest fight scenes that just keeps going, and
Keith
you're just like,
Richards.
is this ever gonna end? Not Keith Richards.
Imagine if he was fighting Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
He'd be like so old.
Oh shit, yeah, and you still have Bubba Hotep. That comes out on February 7th, so that's coming around the corner.
Too much money.
It is a lot of money, I know. It's still 30.
In Return of
RWK,
Swamp Thing.
we don't talk about that stuff on this channel, so there you go. Follow Anthony for the rest of the info. I find it hilarious Resident Evil couldn't call the second movie Nemesis because of Star Trek. They could call whatever they want. They just didn't want to. They're being little bitches.
Oh, did it come out the same year or something? I think it came out 2001.
Maybe. I saw Jai Courtney working at my local 7-Eleven. Yeah, that's that's all he's good for.
Yeah,
He's
the
giving
worst.
Slurpees to somebody in Hollywood. That's how he gets.
He's so like dumb, like acting, like not looking. He just acts dumb all the time. Like you can't take him seriously because he's so goofy.
Oh shit.
How is he getting the roles? How did he get all those roles?
Because he's like
He just
good
came out of
looking.
nowhere, and he looks generic. He looks like a fucking Simpson.
I think so too, but I guess I don't know.
You know who looks like a Simpson? Ken Kersinger, the guy that played Jason.
Ah,
That guy looks like he came out of The Simpsons.
that's pretty good.
Tell me you saw Face Off. I've only seen trailers for Face Off.
Oh, Face Off. That
was
is
a
coming
big
out in
movie.
4K too. Yeah, that is oh man. Wow, there's a lot of shit coming out in February. February is a pretty big 4K month.
The original 12 Angry Men's coming out on 4K. Not
Why?
our
It's
good
black
one
and
now.
white.
I don't know.
Give me the 97 version. What do you mean it's not on 4K?
I can't believe Falling Down is not on 4K. Like what the
It'll
hell?
probably be announced next month, and it'll come out on the release date, so we can't watch it.
But I want it.
You
Falling
have
Down.
Training Day in 4K, but not Falling Down.
Falling Down turns 30 next month.
Yeah,
Such a great movie.
end of
Such
February.
a missed opportunity for an anniversary release. Like, what the hell?
Well, we're watching
Like,
it. We're getting together and watching that. Having a Falling Down party.
Yes, we are.
Family stuff. No! In the TV version, he goes, family stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think, RWK? I could talk Resident Evil all day, so that should be your answer. It's not cool to see Kane Hodder do a mocap for Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, Kane's got to get on with life. He's got to retire and forget about
yeah,
Jason.
I don't know what the
How
fuck
old is
that's
he?
about.
He's like 90.
He's definitely got to be in his like late 60s or
What?
mid 60s. Maybe.
He's that old?
Look
He's
him up.
definitely older.
I'm looking at.
Falling Down's never getting 4K. It will get a 4K.
67.
It's the 30th
67.
anniversary.
And listen, we manifest things because we were looking for Coneheads for like 2 years, and we searched it every Wednesday.
Yeah, we
And
put
then
it
it
out in
happened.
the universe. Yep.
And that was random as hell. Who would have think Coneheads would come out on Blu-ray?
That was
So
fucking random.
yeah, so I'm manifesting Falling Down every week. I'm checking, so it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
I hope they put the TV version on the 4K. Like, just go
What'd-
all out.
What
That'd
happened?
be so funny.
I hope they put the TV version on the 4K.
The TV version is like its own movie. It's like funny in its own regard.
What's
It's
this?
like watching Die Hard on TV.
family
It's just funny.
stuff. No!
There's so much stuff they can't show and do in the TV version. It's great.
So he says like John McClane and Die Hard 2 on TV says
Mr.
like
Falcon.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. Yeah, it's like
When I was a kid, I saw that. And I was like, why do you say Mr. Falcon? I thought they were just going to bleep it.
Right? It's like no, they gotta. It's not even him. It didn't even sound like him.
No, it sounded like some Chinese guy reading English. Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
That's how it sounds. That's actually how it sounds. It's so fucking funny. It's like spliced in. It's just it's so stupid. Yeah, we'll see it. It'll come out one day.
Trust me, it will.
They should
Just
make a
put it out
Die
in the
Hard
universe,
movie with Carl Winslow. You know how like Nev Campbell's not in Scream? Well, they make it with Carl Winslow instead. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
John McClane.
Oh yeah, they could do that.
I would watch that.
They can easily do that.
He's an underrated actor. He should be in more stuff. I mean,
I'm sure.
he should have back in the day, but
He always played
Yeah.
a cop.
yeah, but I think he was good in.
Oh,
Yeah,
your guy,
everything.
Boy Meets World's running for like city council in Hollywood.
Who? Fred Savage or what's
Ben
his name?
Savage.
Ben Savage. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And you know what his tagline is?
What?
Just vote for me.
There you go.
That's it. He's keeping it simple.
That's pretty cool.
Fred Savage is my guy, the guy I grew up with. Ben Savage
Yeah.
is the guy you guys grew up with.
Right.
Bro, have y'all tried the Oreo popcorn? My wife might have. I don't remember ever trying
I think I have tried it.
That sounds like diabetes in a bag.
it. Oh, you gonna pet your cats like that guy?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is a whole thing.
Cat love.
Yo, he gave the cat. He bit into like a cupcake or a ding dong. He tried it. He was like, "This is pretty good." He was like, "Whatever." He gives it to the cat. The cat's licking it, and then he just pops the whole thing in his mouth. Like after his cat. Dude, cats are so
No.
disgusting. And I love cats, but my god.
Yeah, you don't want to know where their tongue's been that
No,
day or that
I'm good.
morning or that
I'm
hour.
Good.
All it takes them is to, lick their nuts once, and it's like,
Dude. That was the most disgusting thing I've seen all day.
wow.
I'll send you guys the video later if I can pull it back
That's
up. It's a maniac, man. Ugh.
ugh. Licks it with their sandpaper tongue. Ugh.
That
God.
just popped up in my feed. I was like, where is this coming from?
That's the kind of thing when you're like, how is this app free? Like, this is incredible content that you get to see.
Yeah, you're like, we're not worthy.
I don't know, man. Any
I'll
questions,
find it.
comments in the chat? Anything we missed this week? I'll look real quick. What's deal of the day?
It's
Deal
after 1.
of the day.
Let's find out.
343, rest in peace. Oh, Power Wash is in Tomb Raider
Yes.
DLC is in Power Wash. So Lara Croft's mansion is disgusting and you have to clean it. With all the money this lady's got, she's got to hire Cobra Commander to come to her house and power wash her house.
Yeah, because she's never home. Think about it.
But she's got butlers and shit. Where's the butler? Can
They're
you
not
power
buttling.
wash him and kill him?
Yes.
Power wash the skin off his body?
They're not buttling.
My butthole. I don't see nothing on Xbox. What about PlayStation? Is there anything going on Twitter? Any drama for your mama?
I was checking
What these
Wario before.
video game companies?
Let me check. Let me go back to deal of the day. It's all crap. Except for the Dyson vacuum. That's the only good thing.
I think 1200K processors on sale.
No. There's a 2 terabyte Western Digital for $75. It's not really a deal.
That's all
Yeah.
right. 2 terabyte my ass. 14 terabyte is the way to go.
I got it. I got the 14 terabyte.
J.K. Simmons said he would return as J. Jonah Jameson if Sam Raimi asked him. I didn't know Sam Raimi was making another Spider-Man movie, but there you go.
Let me check Oreo again.
I'm gonna check for the whale.
Welly, welly, welly. Welly, welly, welly.
Nope, not yet.
Wario didn't post nothing either.
I don't even know how much the Quarry is. The Quarry's on sale, apparently.
For what
I love
system?
Xbox.
I love one of the recommended torrents on this site. There's something wrong with the children. Like, what the fuck is
What
that?
the hell?
It's like on the, you know how they show like the recommended movies or whatever.
All right.
It's like up there. I'm like, what the hell?
I think it's. Oh, that's Xbox One. So does that run at 60 frames on PC?
Yeah.
Obviously, right? The Quarry.
Yeah, that's why I bought it on PC, and we never played it, and I lost all that money.
Huh.
I'll be streaming that at some point. Maybe in October. But yeah, I didn't buy it on console because we're in the 30, man.
I didn't buy it either.
Not doing it. Sorry. That's my mouse making noise. I'm just scrolling fast. So nothing really on Vince. Just that
Not
Triple
yet.
H keeps telling people he's still in charge of creative, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna have this meeting. He's gonna have the meeting every fucking week until Vince kicks him out and takes over again.
I'm not the head honcho. What?
Vince fired. He did. Oh my god, you posted that video.
Yeah, you gotta watch out later.
He's not wearing a Tommy Pickle shirt.
No,
Man,
but
I
he-
had 50K GameStop points 2 weeks ago, and I have 0. You probably didn't use them in time.
They do expire.
Sam Raimi's probably busy producing some random horror film. He's talking about Evil Dead. How it's going to be a dud. Evil Dud.
Evil Dead.
What's the best graphics card right now? 4070 Ti. That's like the best mid-range card to get.
4090 technically, but it's like $2,000.
4070 Ti is technically the 4080.
Yeah, if you don't want to spend a fortune either. I mean, it's not that expensive comparatively.
I would say get a 3080. If you can find one. For a
That's the
decent
thing,
price.
if you could find one.
If not, 4070 Ti is probably the sweet spot, but that's an $800 card that Frank bought.
Well, I was looking at like 3080s, and they weren't in stock. And then I looked at just to see like, oh, how much are they going for used? They're going for more than I paid for the other one new. So I was like, well, that's dumb. I'm not gonna do something like that.
The
So
4070 Ti came out last week at Best Buy because this guy was able to get one.
that's why it was available, and I just grabbed it.
I grabbed the 3060 for my home theater build that I'm going to be building for my birthday weekend when these guys come over. If I get the basement cleaned in time, just going to build a whole new deal. Newegg has them for good prices. How much?
How much is the 3080 on Newegg? I don't even know. Let me check.
Good old Newegg. So the graphics card and GPU fit in any case? Or how does that work?
They're not much cheaper.
The graphics card is the GPU.
They have like a bootleg 3080, a Yeston. It's $759. The other one's only $839.
That's all right.
So why wouldn't you go with the 4070 at that point? You know.
Oh, but Liquor Sandwich, Newegg isn't reparable. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, somebody
Just
told me
kidding.
that.
I got that motherboard from.
Okay, I'm
That's
going to tell a
throwback to
story.
Idiot that talked to Perry. Yeah.
When the consoles were hard to find, people were calling me left and right. They're messaging me, and I'm like, I had enough. And Newegg had them, and I posted on the social media for the store. It's like, hey, Newegg has PlayStations and Xboxes in stock. Just so people would leave me alone. And one dumb motherfucker goes, never heard of Newegg. Are they reputable? And I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. They've been around longer than your fucking parents have been around. You know what I mean? I'm getting really fucking sick and tired of stupid people. Look it up! Fucking type it in Google. Don't sit there and ask me. You could have Googled that before you sat there and write that.
You could look up the whole history in 5 seconds. You could literally
Okay,
type
goes
in
Newegg.com and it'll say when they were fucking founded. Boom, you're done. Or Google, is Newegg reputable? And it'll be a bunch of, you'll get a literally an answer filling up your screen. Yes, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Google will reply, yes, you dumb fuck.
It's like, we've been shopping there for years. Liquor Sandwich got his for a good price. It's like, dude, they're good. They're fine.
Yo, people are on crack.
They're the biggest computer part seller in the fucking galaxy. And you're going to ask me if they're reputable? Go rub your fucking cheeks together and shut up. Sick and tired of these stupid people online, man. So the graphics and the GPU fit in any case. You pick the case. And you could pick the GPU. You can get a small one. You could get a big one. You can get a medium-sized one. You could get to fit your case, whatever you want. Everything's customizable. It's like Legos, man. You're putting Legos together.
People are paying over $600 for used 3080.
You got a 3070 for $499. That's not a bad price at all.
That's a good deal. Yeah,
That's how much it should be.
That's because I think my 1070 was like around the same price at the time.
I paid $389 for the 4060.
It's not bad either.
Or 3060. Sorry, there is no 4060. Not yet. The 3060 I got for $329 the other day.
I wait.
It's only for the home theater, so it's not a big deal, but it runs pretty good. What?
Right. I weighed out all the options, and I was like, all the cards that you could get were close to the same price as a brand new 4070 Ti. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna go with that.
It just says breaks the cycle, clean your ass. These Sony guys don't clean their asses. There's a reason why the PlayStation 5 is white.
Ew.
They blow their fucking loads all over it when they sleep with it in bed.
That's nasty.
One of the Spear Hunter. What the hell is that?
Is that a case?
Is that a man? Anthony's laughing, so he knows something. What's going on? We can't hear you.
I think it's a YouTuber, but I think he just typed that weird.
Fuck that guy.
I would i9.
Awesome.
What an i9 12900K. That's what I'm buying next. I'm buying that on Friday.
Hell yeah.
Frank
That's
just
what I
that.
bought. It's on sale, or
Would
was
be a
on
good
sale
pair
for.
with the 3070. Yes, perfect.
Let me see if it's still on sale for $400.
It fits just right in with it. You're good.
It's normally like $600, but it was on sale at Best Buy for like
That was a
$403.
man. I just want to play RE HD with Flying Fortress and I joystick. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I think he wants to use like a wacky controller to play Resident
Probably have
Evil.
an
Yeah.
i7 9700. That's
So
still
you
a good
can-
chip.
You can get the i9 12900K for $403 right now at Best Buy on sale, down from $619. And then they have the KS for $512.
You don't want the KS.
Okay, well that's not what
The
I got.
KS
but
requires a graphics card. You're
Yeah,
not
the
getting
other
any
one-
video if you get the KS.
The 12900K is only $403, down from $619. That's the one that I just bought, so that's a good deal on that.
Suzuki, who?
Mitsubishi?
Yeah,
Daewoo.
Toshiba? What are we talking about here?
he probably used MSI parts. This shit's gonna light up on fire. Their stuff used to catch fire. Did you not know?
Oh
that?
yeah.
MSI.
Oh no, you're serious about that. You're right.
It would just go up in flames. Gosh darn it! Bro, I want PC to play
Yeah.
REHD Seamless Project. Fuck y'all. Is
Listen to
Amazon
this.
reputable? Never heard of them.
Obviously, we know that pre-built costs more, but listen to what Best Buy is trying
Is
to charge for
OnlyFans
this.
reputable?
Best Buy has a pre-built gaming computer, a 12900K, 32 gigs of RAM, and a 3080, 1 terabyte SSD, and a 2 terabyte hard drive. $2,649
For what? I'm sorry.
For a gaming rig, a pre-built. It has the i9 12900K, 32 gigs of RAM, 3080, not a TI, just regular 3080, a 1 terabyte SSD, and a 2 terabyte spinner. $2,649.
Why are they putting a spinner in there?
I don't know. Why is it so much money?
You bought a fucking 14 terabyte spinner, and it's going to cost you less than that.
I put a 2 terabyte NVMe, a 2 terabyte.
That's like putting USB 2.0 in a fucking thing. Like,
yeah, I put a 2 terabyte NVMe, a 2 terabyte solid state, and then a 14 terabyte spinner, and it was less money.
Put a 2 terabyte solid state in there. Get rid of the fucking spinner. Save all that money.
Yeah, and then also too, I did 64 gigs of RAM, and it was less money.
Yes.
So think about that.
What is that? Carrie selling stuff on Craigslist?
It's Best Buy. When I typed in
That's
i9, this
fine.
computer came up.
I build bullshit. Is that their thing? Breast implants. What are you guys talking about?
Oh,
You should look into. No, I don't think so.
what?
Why is Anthony laughing? Do you know this
I don't
guy?
know.
No, I just think that it's just funny. I just like seeing people's back and forth because they're just being assholes in the chat. It's just funny.
Never heard of Best Buy. Breast Buy. Breast Buy
Breast-
sales
Oh.
of chicken on sale. He reviews the horror games. Well, he could go review his fucking penis for all I care. I don't care. He can review
There's not much
breast
to say about
implants. Hey guys, is Pornhub reputable?
Will they hack my bank account? I don't know.
Is it
My
safe?
bank account. You know what, man? You guys in the chat room, you're gonna pay now. Give me that fucking link, Frank.
Oh no!
Give me that link. They're all gonna pay.
You guys are about to experience like the rabbit hole
Oh
hard.
no.
I'm so sorry. I
Yeah,
apologize.
This
in
guy
advance.
talks about Xbox, everybody. Wait, I got some
Now-
Facebook link.
Now you're gonna get it.
What happened? Hang
He
on.
builds a PC too on his channel, but there's some nasty graphic content on that channel, so please be careful. Like
Viewer
medical
discretion
stuff.
is advised.
Yeah, very disgusting medical
No,
stuff.
you're gonna get it. There you go. This guy, he's a huge Xbox guy. He has an Xbox podcast every day.
Every day.
He gets his news.
I'm so
He
sorry.
gets his
that
news
this
from all the
happened.
top Xbox. He's friends with Larry Herb.
Yo. I can't.
He's gonna be like, "Why did my views triple?" in one- I don't know how you discovered this man, but there
If you
everybody
only knew
goes.
why he's crying. Why? Okay, what is this guy all about?
What's that?
Because you're laughing because of this guy, this
Oh, no,
YouTube channel guy.
I was laughing at first because I didn't know what the hell RWK was slurring over there with his words, because he called it Suzuki, or because I'm pretty sure it's Susie or Suzuki, but he said Suzuki. So
That is not me.
That's like if Perry got smacked in the head
That
with
guy
a
actually
bat.
has hair. Okay, so this is some big-breasted woman that you're talking about, right?
yeah, yeah, it's like they're talking about someone that covers survival horror and RE stuff. But I didn't
Well,
understand
her
what.
icon has like she's smuggling some grapefruits in there, but I'm looking at the video and it's a regular person. So there you go. So you know this person?
No, I don't know him. No,
It's a woman.
I was just laughing that RWK was,
She
I don't
follows
know
you
what
and
they
all
were
your
saying.
guys. Oh no, she doesn't follow you. She follows the other guy.
Yeah, they've done collaborations and stuff in the past.
Okay, well, I apologize to this woman because these guys in the chat room are being dumb.
Well, of course, RWK, I know what you're talking about. It's just funny. I just like the fact because we go from talking about one thing and then people are talking about breast buy and shit like that. I was just cracking up.
It's the cat guy reputable with a $2 Canadian super chat. No, he is not.
He's definitely not reputable.
That's what you all get for fucking with me.
It's like the worst channel ever.
The cat thing just showed up on my feed. I was
Yeah,
like, what the
so-
hell is this?
I watched that, and then the other stuff started showing up, and I just started watching it, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, this
That
is
is
so
not
disturbing.
me. That man has hair. I do not have hair. There you go.
That guy's a mess.
He's got a lot of other problems too.
Yeah.
Not yet, at least.
If you guys watch some of his videos,
That's actually Anthony
sorry.
when he turned 60. Playing with his cats at 60 years
If
old.
everything went horribly wrong for him, like, just spiraled out of control. Oh my god.
I was kidding, Aunt, not serious. What? Oh, so you apologize to him, but not me. Okay.
Oh.
That's alright. Let's see who gets banned from Let's Talk Resident Evil next time.
Uh-oh. Gonna use those mod powers.
Lost in those.
Ow.
Okay, well, you better tell that lady that, not me. Anthony will never be fucking ugly. Well, you don't know.
Yeah,
That's true.
I hope not.
He might lose all. He's Italian. He'll lose all his hair and go bald.
If everything goes horribly wrong for him, and he just turns into that.
It's all right.
Spear Hunter is actually.
Just gotta have to, take care of myself.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
I don't care about that. I'm still
Let me
not
check,
watching the channel one way or another.
Just looking for sales and stuff real quick, but I don't see anything good. All the same crap. Same crap, different day.
Hey, you guys are trying to fool me in the chat, but you're the ones watching it. Anthony will get smoother with age. Yeah, come back in 10 years.
Hope not. Don't jinx it.
Oh no. I don't know.
You don't think Cody Rhodes is going to end up like Dusty Rhodes? Big fat slob at some point?
He will. Yo, I saw a video of Dusty, like, pumping gas for some lady. I don't know why he was an auto mechanic, and he's, like, hitting on her hardcore, but it was, like, a stupid, like, promo. It was funny, but... He was, like, pumping her gas and, like, washing her windshield and stuff.
What the fuck?
And he's like, hey,
okay,
baby.
so when he went to WWF...
Yeah.
Because he always says he's the son of a plumber. They
Mhm.
did a vignette where he's fixing some lady's toilet, and there's literally a piece of shit in the toilet. They show it.
Ew, oh,
They just show a log floating in the toilet. And he's like,
Oh.
woo! It smells in here, baby!
He's crazy. He was crazy.
Damn, daddy.
But that was
This
Vince.
piece-
That was Vince holding him down, like getting fucking revenge on
Oh
him.
man,
This piece
That's
of crap,
awful.
it will talk to you.
This piece of shit, baby, it will talk to you.
jeez, man. Up the road.
Oh my god. He's too much, that guy. I wish
don't
he
even
was
know
still
what you're
around.
talking about in the chat.
That's why. That's really why I was just cracking up because RWK is going on like a fucking tirade. Like I don't know what the hell is happening.
He's all messed up.
He came back drunk and now he's picking fights. No, I'm kidding.
Oh well, look, now he got Stevie Mac just educated him, and now he's upset.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep.
See, don't hate the play, hate the game.
Exactly right.
I didn't even look at the Xbox sales this week. I just haven't even bothered.
Breaking
always the
news.
same
It's the
stuff.
same shit that it's been
That's-
for the last
I was gonna
12
say,
years.
That's the problem.
Same
That's why I never
shit.
look anymore.
Same shit, different sale.
Why do
And
they do that?
Sometimes you get some good, like $4.
Yeah, you get
Xbox
Callisto for
360 games.
72 hours on sale.
Yeah.
Like I would say, always just look at the backwards compatible shit if you want to buy something cheap for some of the sales, because sometimes they'll randomly put like some 360 games or classic Xbox games on one sale that they didn't do the other, even though like 95% of them are the same. But it's all good. Just keep a lookout for shit if you see it. But it's pretty much the same shit.
Always the
So,
same.
yeah.
I don't know, RWK. You might need glasses, bro. I think Stevie Mac just called you out.
Oh.
Stevie Mac's laying the smackdown.
Stevie Smackdown. It's Smackdown. It's Stevie Smackdown, King.
Mac down.
Stevie Macdown. There you go. He's lugging it.
Oh, he...
Any questions, comments? We're really gonna leave in a few minutes. We gotta end it. I gotta
now's
do
your
garbage.
chance.
Garbage.
I take it
Mine's
tomorrow.
Sunday night for some reason. I don't know why.
Dude, I have fucking glasses and damn LASIKs. Well, your LASIKs might be up. You might have to go get them done again. They do expire.
Yeah,
after
they
a
only
time.
last. Yeah, they only last, I guess, so long, right? So
Is there such a thing as laser eye surgery?
Yes, that's LASIKs.
that's LASIK. Yeah.
Okay, because I thought that's what I always thought, and then somebody said LASIK, and I was like, "Am I stupid?" And it's been called LASIK this whole time.
That's just some
Not
like
yes.
fuck twat version of it. You know what I mean? Like,
I have fucking questions. Y'all don't leave me like this. Well, you better ask them. Come on.
Now's your shot.
yeah, come on, dude.
Any other channels you want me to hate on? I mean, I don't know.
We had a really good stream on. What day did we do the Halo Xbox? That was awesome.
That was a good stream.
Yeah, I think
It's
it
a
was
good
a
stream,
Friday.
but I need a fucking adapter because these Sony TVs hate this fucking thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They only love the 1.6s, these TVs.
So I have a feeling like I might have a problem with that, but hopefully,
Bring both your
I-
machines.
yeah. I
You have a
will.
later one and an old one, right?
Yeah. One from November 03 and then one from October 01. So a pretty drastic difference.
You might be good with the 03.
Yeah.
It
Maybe
works.
not the
It
01.
just doesn't work on this TV and the TV inside too. It keeps giving me pulses, black screen pulses.
Now the thing is if I got those like those Noxua fans, would that work with the 03 or would I have to get different ones? Because I basically got like 90%
Yeah,
of the
I would
shit.
say if you got like a 1.6 that came out in 2005, you don't need the fan because he didn't need it. But if you have
mean,
an older
2003?
version, if you have a 2001 or 2003, you should replace the fan.
Okay. But that Noxua fan works for something from 01 or 03. Like it doesn't
Yes.
matter as long.
It
Okay.
doesn't matter. It's the same fan in every model except the 1.6s. I don't know what they did. They used a quieter fan.
Okay.
It's the same fan, but it's just quiet.
Gotcha.
The Halo one is making noise, so I have an extra fan. I'll pop in there.
Yeah, mine wasn't too bad at all. I got lucky with that.
No, because that's why you didn't even need your bracket.
Yeah, it was good. Gotta try to look for 1.6s as much as we can.
Yeah, I mean the thing is too, it's like, a lot of times like with, the different consoles and the TVs, again, you don't want to have to deal with like, no one wants to have to deal with the flickering and shit like that, you know what I mean? And And like if I were to play with you guys, yeah, I could hook it up to my like Asus monitor, but it's probably going to be connected to my like Sony TV, so I can just kind of like, which is my main TV, so I just hook it up and play.
It runs fine through the Elgato, but when I flip over to play it on the TV, it just keeps flickering. And then I plugged it directly into the TV. No Elgato, nothing. Flickering.
And you were doing a test the other night too. You're on stream testing it with the
LG works fine.
Yeah.
No problem. Now the Sony inside, same thing. It keeps flickering. So it just doesn't. The Sony has a handshake that doesn't like that signal. I tried it tonight before we went live with my Samsung monitor that I have over here on the floor. Everything worked on it.
Okay, so that's what you thought last night too. That's what it was. So it makes sense.
Now, if you have a 1.6 Xbox, there's a different chip in here. Sony picks it right up.
It's so fucking weird.
I've noticed too on eBay, if you're looking for one, a lot of people do post the bottom. That even though they could have changed the board, if you're trying to get like a 1.6, you could look at that manufacturer date and look up the chart. If you're really trying to get one, but I don't know. I mean, it's still a toss-up because you never know what happened.
Man, Richard just stepped on RWK88, man. He flattened him.
Jesus Christ.
So it's like King Kong and Godzilla. Let them fight. We'll talk about Xbox over here.
Yeah. We got the last laugh now, baby.
But yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man. The last thing I actually need to order is the HDMI, the Zadusa or whatever it's called. That's the last piece of the puzzle I need. And then
I recommend the Zadusa, which I have right here.
And then before
to Frank, he bought me the feet for it, which still don't line up with the fucking desk.
Yeah, makes no sense, right?
Or you can get, these are the two I recommend right now. So the pound cable I have, I plugged it into the monitor. I got the horriblest quality of all time. I got bars and I got static. Then I found out that Pound made a video. They said, "Oh, change the capacitors in your machine," and people were like, "That still doesn't work." So Pound remade the cable where you could plug in a USB cable into it. So I totally ordered it, and I'm sending back the original Pound cable. It doesn't have the USB on it.
Right.
VB with a $2 super chat. Thank you for streaming, guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Where's the other one that I have? Oh, I brought it back inside. The Keiko adapter that's on Amazon. It's like identical to this one. I don't really see a difference at all. The quality is like perfect. The only difference is you'll get these and you'll get optical audio on here. The other one, you don't get any of that stuff. The Keiko adapter. So if you're in the market, either one. What?
Yeah, no, so I'll get the one you sent, the link you sent me. I'll probably just order that one.
Yeah,
probably next week.
Because you can also stream with the HDMI, and you can at the same time output AV or composite.
Oh, nice.
So if you want to play on a CRT while you're streaming, you could do that.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, it'll go right to your Elgato this way and right to your TV this way.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah,
and it's only $80. It might have went down to 70 actually.
I will check for you right now.
Yeah, that's the last piece of the puzzle I need, and then I'm also waiting for those brackets to come in for the Noctua, I think, and then we should be ready to rock and roll and strut and stroll.
Oh, the Zadusa is only $65 right now. I guess after shipping, it's probably $70. But I just added it to the cart and it says $65.
Maybe I'll order one for the shop. All right. Yeah. I ain't mad at all. I want the truth. What truth? What do you want to know?
RW asked about what's the new 2023 TVs looking like. Well, they roll out the new models in spring.
Oh, okay. You said all
at the very top of the summary that everyone wrote. Yeah, the new 2023 models come out in the spring typically, but usually they showcase them in like February or March. So we should know what LG, Samsung, and Sony are cooking up this year pretty soon. At least that's how it was in Best Buy. We would always get like coachings and shit on the new stuff by like March, April. So right around spring is when the new shit hits and the old stuff goes out. And in fact, if you're trying to get some of the old like LG OLED models, get them now because they're marking them down. They want to get rid of them. So if you're in the market for an OLED or something nice, this isn't a bad time to buy a TV because the older models are going out. So that's just a little.
And that's when we're going to
advice.
strike and buy the biggest fucking LG OLED we can and enjoy it on my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
gonna do
shit.
that.
Like I said, there's a lot of cool sales that they drop. They also sometimes drop for Super Bowl shit.
Well, everyone buys the TVs and returns them.
Exactly.
they're
That
fucking
week
dumb.
that week after Super Bowl was always annoying. I hated working home theater during that time.
They would return at
What's
retail
wrong with
rental.
the TV? Super Bowl's over. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
give you all your money back.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what
there
they
you
would
go.
do. I
And you
was
can come
there.
back and do it
Horrible.
again.
Yeah.
you can just keep fucking over
Just go
Best
to
Buy.
fucking Rent-A-Center and shit. What the hell you go to
Yeah,
Best Buy
it's
for?
so stupid.
Retail rental, they called it.
If it's X enhanced, you move it to the external HDD. Thank you again, Trainwreck, for the $2 super chat. You move it over to the external HDD. Why is that hold of the storage on the internal SSD you have? And you have to delete it completely and make room because it's not because it can't X enhanced games can't run off the hard drive. So you need to install it on the actual NVMe that's on the console so it could run.
Also, if you're hitting copy, it's just going to make a copy. If you hit move, it will move the game over, and then you can't play it off that drive, but you could store it there.
You know what's bullshit, though? Games that, like, let's say Fallen Order wasn't X-enhanced, and you could play it off the hard drive. Once they put that X enhancement out, you can't play it on the hard drive anymore.
Yeah, that's annoying, because then it's going to take up all your internal space.
They don't even give you a choice, I don't think. They might. I don't know. I never tried it, but I would think that if it's an X enhanced, it just doesn't allow you to play it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you, Richard, but I love you. Okay. I'll be honest, I don't have any I really don't care one way or another. So you guys are just doing crazy stuff in the chat. As long as you're having fun, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed
Just
the
be
stream.
respectful of everybody. That's what I'll say. Because that's what we want here. We want everybody to be respectful and don't take shots at each other. Just behave. So quick resume have to be on the SSD? Yes.
Yeah,
And to be honest, quick resume is a piece of shit.
it is.
Because
Kind of
I'm in the middle
pointless.
of playing a game, I turn off the machine, I open it, it's like, oh, you quick resume. It's like, I don't want a quick resume. Leave me alone. Let me turn that feature on or off. Maybe I can. I don't know. I never double checked.
It's kind of dumb.
Never mind us. We have business. What business?
We had the business.
No more Xbox stuff on Twitter.
Let me double check.
Starfield
It
didn't
has
come out
been-
yet while we were talking and screaming and yelling.
It did. You could preload it today.
Oh,
No. I think the only thing they announced like today was something about Age of Empires or something. The more trebuchets.
Trebuchets.
Yeah, wasn't that the game they showed the trebuchets for?
I don't know, man.
They don't sit through that. You didn't even pay attention. We had to sit through that.
Let me
whole
tell
thing?
you something. If Microsoft pulls that shit again on Wednesday, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
ridiculous.
gonna not pay attention to them ever again. Just use my Xbox, whatever.
Yeah,
Because I'm really getting tired of this bullshit.
at that
Yeah.
point, like, come on.
They flat out look, everybody. I'm warning you. They're flat out telling you they don't give a fuck.
You're right.
The quicker you guys understand that, even if, hey, maybe they come through and they release everything they're supposed to. You know what I mean? Then I'll be happy anyway. But at the same time, it's like, don't even bother. Don't even worry about it. If they release stuff, great. They don't, what can you do?
That's where I'm at right now too. Like, if it happens, cool. If not, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna.
I'm still gonna use
care
my
about it.
Xbox. I'm still gonna play my games on it.
Right.
But you know, it's getting to the point where everyone's parakeeting this bullshit, and where is everything?
It's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of waiting. Waiting for what? I bought the console 2 years ago. Where is everything? And I'm saying
Where
that for
is it?
Sony too. I gotta wait till the end of the year for Spider-Man. Are you fucking kidding me?
We've been waiting for
Got
Xbox
Ragnarok,
since,
and that's it. And they're like, deal with it.
we've been waiting for Xbox since Crackdown.
Yeah, I know, right? The fuck.
Watching Club Dread in the background? Dude, I love Quick Resume because I get on Call of Duty. Well, good. If you like it, that's cool. For me, it's annoying me lately. It was cool when it first came out.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of a nuisance because it's Quick Resume is working when it's not supposed to work for me, and it's annoying. Next Wednesday's going to be fire. You'll show Fack Xbox. Ragnar. Oh, man.
Jesus. He's just repeating what I said. But, anyway, it's fine.
Well, we'll see if that show, we'll see my live reactions at that show.
Oh, I'll be ready.
Yeah, and then Perry will, also be, having to deal with the show and having to talk about it again. And then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that.
For bought on Game Pass. Have fun being disappointed with that for the time. Isn't that off Game Pass? It's off.
I think it's still on there.
Look it up.
I don't know.
Okay, I will.
I mean, Back 4 Blood's a pretty decent game. It doesn't have the same oomph as Left 4 Dead, but it's still good.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still on.
It's on the PlayStation service now as well this month.
RWK88.
So it's on both services.
Thank you again for the $9.99 super chat.
Yeah, thank you.
You're my mortal enemy now in the chat. I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
He said Starfield March 23rd, 23.
Oh my god.
Good luck with that.
He's such a troll. I love it.
Well, no, that's what's being parakeeted around, and he.
No, I know, but he's just saying it again just to be like, this is funny.
Why can't it come RWK? Why can't it come out 1/21/23 or 1/23/23?
Right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Why couldn't it come out 1/11/23 or 1/13/23?
Yeah.
Or why can't it come out 2/3/23?
Yeah.
23/23, right? Why can't it come out 2/23/23? Fucking Starfield. You know that game's gonna come out and suck, right?
Probably. That's why I'm not.
I have a fucking feeling it's gonna come out and suck. As much as it looks really good and really cool, I just fear that it's gonna come out.
It's gonna be a full-fledged RPG with talking and crap and stuff that you're not gonna want to do. And
It looks really good. But let's see. August 29th, 1990. Yeah, we know what day that is. Judgment Day. Look like 5/25/25.
That's when Fable's coming out.
It's looking like 6/9/99. 2099. I think Microsoft will buy PlayStation before fucking Starfield comes out. So Xbox with Halo, next Halo game. Make a prediction. When?
I would say probably 2026, 2027.
I dropped 10 years from now. 2033.
Really?
I'll be fucking
10
dead.
years?
Hey, Fable is going to be in development until fucking
2030.
2075. I'll be in a fucking nursing home by the time Fable comes out.
I would have said 20 Fable. I would have said 27, 4 more years from now, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
Fuck
Could
Xbox, man. Fuck this shit. Throw this shit in the garbage. Throw them both in the garbage. All 3 of them, actually.
Get them out of here.
Get them out of here. Go back to playing fucking like Genesis or something.
You're better off. We're playing original
all 3
Xbox.
Of these fucking machines suck. There ain't shit. Throw them all out. You know what? Phil Spencer comes out and say, "Yeah, throw a fucking Xbox Series X right at the guy." Be like, "You fucking liar!" Oh.
Oh man.
Mail the fucking machine back to him.
Call me a liar.
You know what, man? Where's all my shit? Stadia 2. Stadia is it's dead as of today.
Dead.
Today is the last day.
It's
Well,
dead.
it was the last day. It's over now. And you can download, and this only works until the end of this year, a utility to convert it from Wi-Fi to Bluetooth. Better get the shirtless ready for 10 years. We will be ready. You better have the $550 you promised.
Damn.
Rip Stadia. Yeah, it's over. I never got to use it. I have the Amazon Luna thing, and that was pretty good.
I was just checking for the Scream trailer.
Mario
but nothing
offered
yet.
me Stadia, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass. And good thing I did. But I really wanted to use that controller. Well, I got a hold of one of those. Nope, only $150. I raised the price. After tonight, you just got an increase. Inflation. For my damn shirt.
We'll see what happens.
All right, I'll let you guys go. I'll stay in the
All
chat
right.
for like 5 minutes.
All right.
Catch you guys later.
Sounds
Bye.
good, guys. Good show. Have a
Bye.
good one.
Show. All right, bye. These guys, they always fall for this. Now the real show begins. So, real quick, anything else, everybody? Oops. Well, I'm still here. You just can't see me. Maybe I should go too. The real show. Yeah, the real show with nobody here. Can't do 550. Okay, that's no problem. Then we'll agree to the original amount. How about that? Here, let's see if I can stick. Try to get this in the center. There's so many photos that we used for the show. My goodness. OBS, what are you doing? There we go. All right, good. My guys, grew up watching these two guys. Fantastic. I can take these glasses off now. I can take these headphones off now. I don't have to hear anybody listen to me. You said $50 a person. All right, we'll stick to that then. I'll give you a discount. Just leave the stream going all night. You know, I did that once. I pretended to fall asleep for like an hour on stream. I had a blow up mattress in the other room. And I pretended to snore and everything. Leave the stream up? I can't. I gotta use my computer. Stream The Simpsons Doom all night. Yeah, right. I wish. So something weird. The Xbox that I use has an old ribbon cable in it. I didn't even update the damn cable. Now, I don't think you need to update it with a hard drive, but with an SSD, you definitely need to. I ordered a cable anyway, just in case. But I've been using this thing for years. I've been streaming on it with no issues. So, how many people are going to be there? I don't know. Pretty much anyone's invited to the 10-year. I want to say shout out to Dreadpool. Check out his channel. He's almost near 1,000 subs. Let's try to get him there. Check out his Teespring. He's got backpacks, mugs, shirts, hoodies. Check him out. The link is at his channel. Check out VB's channel, Trainwreck's channel. He might be streaming after I go for tonight. So check him out there. Check out Anthony's channel. Let's talk Resident Evil. You want wrestling news? Check out M3 TV on YouTube. It's Jesus' channel with the guys. They talk about pro wrestling all night long. Oh, we didn't thank the sponsors. Hang on, I gotta pull up the Patreon sponsors. Shout out to Abo. Abo joined us on Xbox Live the other night. Want to thank Liquor Sandwich for being a member of the channel. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. As always, Liquor. So I want to thank our sponsors of the Game Complainers podcast over on Patreon. We have JB Zombie 89, Abo, Hockey Fan, and Captain Catch. Thank you for being members of the Game Complainers podcast. Thank you for being sponsors of the Game Complainers podcast over on Patreon. I appreciate it. Captain Catch, one of these days you got to literally catch up with me and let me know you have enough credits to be on this show several times. So whenever you're ready, you pick your dates and we'll get you on. Captain Catch has been a tremendous sponsor of this channel for a long time. Appreciate it as always. Hockey Fan. You know, he's been with me from the beginning, since I started my first YouTube channel. Hockey Fan is the man. Check out his channel. Abo's in town on vacation with Harry Mason. Fred wasn't here tonight. He's probably working. Probably busy. He's a very busy man. Abo's probably sleeping or working. Creamcast got 16K views. That's okay. Because one day he'll be laid off from YouTube. And then we'll see how many views he gets then. You know what's funny about these YouTube guys? When YouTube crashes and burns, they can't go get a job. Because they have no work history for 20 years. Creamcast goes to apply for a job. They're going to be like, where'd you work for 20 years? Oh, I worked for YouTube. I worked for Google. No, you didn't. You were a YouTuber. Yeah, I worked for YouTube. You didn't work for YouTube. That's a hobby. We can't hire you. You have no experience for 20 years. Then you're going to see what happens to these guys. They're all going to be homeless and shit. That's why you got to do this just for fun. Make a few dollars on the side. Great. Pays for the equipment. Boom. You're done. He probably got off from Microsoft 10 years ago. That's a shitty situation. Wait, what? Who got off Microsoft? Dreamcast guy? That's a shitty situation. Yeah, a lot of these popular YouTubers don't have a backup plan. Yeah, look at Boogie. The guy blew all his money like a fat slob. So what happens, man. You go to McDonald's every day. You waste all your money. That's totally not what happened, but... Better to run a small business. Dreamcast guy probably got laid off 10 years ago. That'd be a lot of McDonald's. They essentially have 10 years experience of beating off at this point. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, we live in a world where it's like YouTube isn't looked at as a job. You know what I mean? I mean, thankfully, people can earn a living doing it. That's really cool. But at the end of the day, when it's over, you know, you got to go get a real job. And then they're going to be like, where's your experience? And then you're old, and they won't hire you because you're fucking old to begin with, which is fucked up. But they're going to see you also have no job experience for 10, 20 years. They're like, where you been working for 10 years? Always want relevant experience, not YouTube video. Yeah, no, you can't. So God bless them. But when the bubble bursts, I hope people save their money and they're ready. Luckily, hopefully some of these YouTube guys, if the bubble bursts in time, by the time the bubble bursts, they have money saved up and they don't have to work. Hopefully that's the case. So I'm not saying it's all doom and gloom for everybody, but you gotta face the facts. The real world is different than YouTube. OnlyFans already learning that lesson. Yeah, save the money. Don't live day by day because don't blow your money every day. This guy blow all their money instead of saving it. Yeah, that's what happens. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. I had to pet my cat. Wonder what YouTubers will do in 15 years. Maximilian be effed along with Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect's already fucked. Did you share a cupcake with your cat? No. These guys blow their money instead of saving it. Dr. Disrespect? Maximilian can probably do voiceover work, so it'll be fine. Dude, is it me? That guy looks like a fucking old lady. Maximilian. He looks like some old lady with glasses on. Is it me? Dude, totally looks like an old lady. He looks like an old bitch. Dude, he totally looks like a lady. Your roast a rapid fire. I don't know. He seems like a nice guy. Even though he had some controversy a couple of years ago, but whatever. So this is the after show, I guess. I wanted them to leave because they were getting tired. Anthony had a look on his face like, "Come on, man." Frank was ready to pass out, so I got to do the garbage anyway in a little bit, so that's when I'll go. The after show's the best part. Well, yeah, if you guys have any questions, again, shout out to Grayson for giving me the 343 news. Good talking to Grayson again. Maybe one of these days we'll get back together and do a show. We'll figure it out. I still got to do the Xbox show. In fact, I do want Grayson to participate in that. So he said we'd get Street Fighter 6 only on the Switch? What? Constantly scam viewers for you. Yeah, right. You know, that guy is such a fucking airhead. That Logan Paul guy. Either he's the fucking biggest liar going, or he's an airhead. Bring back the Xbox show, I say. Let's try the go to hell thing. The problem with the Xbox show is we were going to do it and go full bore with it, but there was no news. Xbox Goes to Hell, yes. The program that you helped fund, RWK, which you will be credited for in the credits. I have an idea of what we're doing. I have footage filmed for it, and we're gonna put it together at some point. Once Anthony gets here, we're gonna start filming stuff with him too. No rush. It's gonna happen. I already have the format. I'm ready to go. Just gotta film these guys. I gotta put it together. I want to do episodic. You'll see what I'm doing. When you see the first show, you'll know exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going. It looks like Xbox is going to be a train wreck. Again. So, it'll help the show out, I guess. Hopefully they don't end up like that this year. Hopefully they end up doing good stuff this year, but you don't know. They delay everything. Shit never comes out. They're saying stuff is going to come out, so let's see. Hopefully it does. What if it doesn't, man? We just got to let it rip. Have fun. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein while eating. Yeah, but weren't you on the Xbox show? I can't remember. I thought you and him were both on it. Who was on the Xbox show? You, Frank, and Grayson. Okay. I'll go back and look at some point. You know, Eli gets out in a few months for good. Maybe he'll do some shows before he goes to Japan. Yeah, we stopped that because he couldn't do it. He's on assignment right now, so he's. Yeah, Eli's job basically he's not able to do stuff. So we stopped that show. Order pizza and listen. It's always the best. You get your show on, you have some food. That's what I always used to do. I would go to the deli at like 7:30. I would get a couple of sandwiches, I'd get some snacks, sodas. I would go home by 8 p.m. I would watch Nitro on Monday nights at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock, switch over to Raw, watch the whole thing. Then at 11 o'clock or midnight, they had the replay for Nitro, and I'd watch that. The whole Monday night was all planned out. When there was a WWF, back in the day, there were 3 companies. There were 3 different pay-per-views once a month. Well, in 1 month, there would be 3 pay-per-views. I would order fucking pizza every Sunday for the pay-per-view. Order at like 7 o'clock. Be delivered by like 48, 45 after. 8 o'clock, the pay-per-view starts. Just fucking eat. I miss those days. Shout out to Abo. Abo, you know what, man? I give that guy credit. He did the soft mod for the Xbox, but didn't mod it. He basically jumped in, signed up for Insignia, and jumped out. And he joined us the other day with gameplay. So I didn't see him in the chat. He might have been lurking. Don't know. But shout out to Abo. Very cool. He did it all by himself. He didn't ask me anything. And it was a shock. He just jumped right into the chat room. Into the lobby of the game. So there you go. It's morphin' time. Again. I gotta send this in the group chat. Any questions? I'll give you guys like a minute, then I'm gonna go. Let's see if anything was posted here. Any drama for video games or what? Oh, 8 minutes ago by Wario. 1 hour left to play Google Stadia before it's gone. Oh, Amazon is discontinuing Amazon Smile. That's fucked up. February 20, 2023 will discontinue. Wow, that's bullshit. Amazon doesn't want to donate to charities anymore. Last time we had Feta's pizza, I don't know, man. Probably maybe 2015, 2016. Maybe 2018. I don't know. Within the last 5 years, probably. Definitely didn't have them in the last 3 years because of this whole thing. But definitely want that again, though. Returnal launches on PC February 15th, featuring screen optimization, ray tracing, and shadows reflection. DualSense compatible, Dolby Atmos support, ultra widescreen monitor support. There you go. Well, look, I know we were negative on Microsoft today because of the whole layoff thing and the whole Halo thing, but hopefully they have a good year this year. Let's see what happens. I know we joked around, said throw it in the garbage. Throw them all in the garbage. Whatever. Just having fun. We'll see where it goes. All right, RWK, take care, man. Good night. I think I'm going to wrap it up too. I want to thank you all for watching. Stay safe. Take care. I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching.